Hey, welcome to the show, everyone. We have founder of Rebel for a Change, Aspen Luzier, joining us a little later. This week, we're going to talk about a woman turns 100 and gets a unique birthday gift. Wal-Mart has a new service. An East Tennessee man is getting deported. And if you were planning on breaking the Big Mac eating record, you're too late. We also got Would You Rather, crazy news, playing with balls, and much more. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Radio show. What is going on here? You're already messing up. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, thank you for joining us this Sunday morning.
Actually, you're not on. He pulled the husband card.
These kids left the damn sound on the laptop. That's what happened this morning.
Nice.
I'm like,
Gotcha.
Kids.
All right. Well.
Anyways, moving on.
Obviously, we're gonna have a great show for you
Obviously.
today. Yeah. Obviously.
Here we are.
Here we go. 2 minutes in, already something. I called it earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, we did.
I said, you know what? It's
We're
fine.
jinxed.
Yeah, we're jinxed.
It's fine.
Like I said, we're gonna have Aspen Luzier. She's gonna join us a little later. I'm your host, Epic. Make sure you follow us on the social medias: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can also view this show live on the epicradioshow.com. Make sure you check out the merch. Yeah, there's
Look at the merch.
a page on there. To my left, we have Jay,
funny.
Val, and Chris Kettler.
What's up? Morning, guys.
What's going on with you guys?
Oh,
Nothing.
I feel the energy just
the energy.
streaming off of you two.
Radiating this
Just
morning.
radiating.
I had a long weekend, man. I had 4 comedians at the house from New York City. 4 comedians from New York City. It's really crazy busy. We were coming home from the first night of shows. Check this out, Jay. We had to take the train from the east side of Cleveland to downtown.
Okay.
And that's when I knew immediately these guys were the real deal from New York City. Because as soon as we got on the train, even as crowded as it was at that time of the night, one of the 4 comedians immediately ran over, grabbed a seat, and just rubbed one off right there.
Oh my God.
What's terrible is the other 2 ran
God,
around.
why?
Actually, what's terrible is the other 2 ran around and begged for change.
Oh, jeez.
They were from New York, man. I'm telling
That's
you.
what
Just
people,
what you do.
I guess that's what
Any of them
happens.
pissed their pants and smell like piss?
No, they didn't piss
No.
themselves in public. Come on, they're decent human
Come
beings.
Hey,
on,
Antonio.
stop.
Just rub
Hey,
one on.
Claude. Hey, Claude, be on it though. I have to say real quick that
Yeah.
Claude the Board, he has the Board Halloween Festival.
It's a good time.
Great time. We were there last year. We'll be
Mhm.
there more than likely this year.
We hope.
God willing, But as soon as we go live, he is usually like the first one that comments, and it's always his website. I love it.
If he could
awesome.
post one of those
Rachel.
hypnotic,
Yes.
if he could post one of those hypnotic memes that he's known for,
Right.
he probably would. You
You
know,
can probably
Yes.
get everybody up in here.
go to the
Absolutely.
DeBorg Facebook page. He's got some really cool hypnotic things like.
Oh,
moves,
is
man.
Rachel in?
Yep. And
Oh,
Michelle.
wow.
Hey, Michelle.
Awesome.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Morning,
Michelle.
ladies.
And then that womanly voice you hear
That womanly voice.
is Ashley.
That's God. No.
No.
Good callback.
Yeah.
Yeah. A callback
Call back
that no
to
one knows
no one knows
about.
about.
That's,
yes.
that's
Yeah.
inside, right?
That's fine. Nobody knows about this
You
one.
have to get
Yeah.
the behind the scenes
She's
video.
She's in the box like always.
Like always.
Doing her thing.
Yep. I'm just
Mhm.
letting stuff play really loudly and messing everything up early in the morning. Per my usual, you know,
Per
it's
use.
what I do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Access granted.
That's what I do. I do this every day.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna go right into our first topic.
Skeletor.
Skeletor, is that our first topic?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. All right, I
So
thought it
this
was.
North Carolina woman, she just turned 100,
Yeah.
Wow, give
and
it up.
Yeah.
and
lady,
her
where's my
birthday
plug
wish,
button?
and her birthday wish was to go to jail.
Oh,
So
What?
yeah,
she
it's
wanted to
crazy,
get
right?
arrested.
So basically, the Person County Sheriff's Office, one of the officers, they were in on it and everything. They go to her nursing home, and they're like, "Are you Miss Bryant?" And then she's like, "It all depends on what you want."
Uh-oh.
And then the deputy responded, "Here's what I want. I want you." Then he handcuffs her, puts her back in a patrol car.
That was
At one
scripted pretty
point,
bad.
yeah. At one point, Bryant pretended to resist arrest and playfully kicked the deputies. He said, "Don't kick me. I've got a bad knee," said one deputy. And then she said, "I've got 2 bad knees."
Man, I got arthritis all over.
Yeah. But she
Aw.
spent a few minutes in the jail cell, received an orange jumpsuit,
Look
and
at her.
took a
She's-
fake mugshot.
Yeah,
You
look
know-
at her. She's
You know
so
what
cute.
you know what they could have done was got the guy from one of our later stories to grab her.
What?
I don't
Where
know.
were you going?
The
Should have
concentration
waited.
camp.
Oh.
You should have
Yeah, yeah.
waited and brought this up at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but
You can't do a callback on something we haven't done
It's not
yet.
even a callback. That's something that hasn't happened
well,
yet.
if they were paying attention when you announced the stories and
Hey,
stuff,
what if they didn't? What
Well,
if they
then,
weren't here?
But she said, "I'm in the jailhouse now," before hugging the chief jailer and returning to her assisted living center.
Oh,
Yeah. but-
she's cute.
yeah.
Aw, look at her. She's so cute.
I mean, I wonder. I wonder what other fantasy she played out in that jail cell. Like, oh,
Was
that's a
she-
mighty
was she-
fun nightstick you got.
Was she somebody's bitch in jail? Do you think?
I don't know. That's what I'm
She-
saying.
I mean, there could
she
be.
does.
I guess.
She does live in a
Assisted
assisted
living.
living. Man, they probably they
rise.
get freaky up in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one felt appropriate.
This is crazy
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Felt. I feel like this is gonna be a good time.
It
I
is.
feel like it's gonna be a
For
good
sure.
show. Yeah, for sure.
What do you guys feel about this though? What do you guys think would be on your bucket list when you turn 100?
If I turn 100.
Yes, if you haven't done it by that point.
I would say breathing.
Breathing without a machine helping.
Yeah, continuing to breathe without a machine. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, we have the coffee, Michelle. We always have the coffee.
What else?
Bucket list at 100, really, at that
100?
point, it could change daily.
I mean,
'cause
like
wouldn't remember.
nobody's gonna put like skydiving.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
just
bungee
gonna
jumping.
say skydiving.
Yeah.
but
Bungee jumping.
Could you
I like
imagine?
Yeah.
bungee
Could you imagine her little
I don't know.
fraily ass skydiving?
Yeah, that'd be
No.
super cool.
You know what? By 100, if you haven't skydived by 100, you just forget about
Yeah.
it. Okay, really.
That's
you,
true.
You
I don't think
should have
I'll work
lived.
up. I don't think I'll work up the nerve to bungee jump. So I think that might be something I could try and do if I live to be 100. Which
You know,
I don't know.
if when I turn 100, hopefully that happens. I think my bucket list would be like, I want to take Antonio's job as stunt cock.
That's a good
Pornhub.
idea. I
Yeah.
think that's a good
Yes.
one. Yeah,
That's a good
I
one.
think that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very creative. I don't think I couldn't do that. So I feel like that's creative
It's
of
just
you.
logistics.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
just not gonna
logistics. I can't
work.
do that. So
Yeah.
unless I change my mind and get a sex change, in the future.
No,
An
When I'm like
vasectomy.
50, I'll get a sex change, and then when I'm 100, I'll do the stunt. Yeah, I'll be the stunt. Yeah.
That procedure's the correct way to address that procedure. The medical procedure is a addictomy.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one.
That's
Michelle.
a good one.
Win $1 million. I
Win $1 million? But
don't think that'll ever happen.
I think that's like something you can't control.
Corey
Right.
You know
said
what I mean?
bucket list at 100 is die.
Yeah, unplug me, please.
Yeah.
now.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I have grandkids. I have great grandkids. I have too
Oh,
many
man.
things. Just end it all, please.
It's over.
I want to die like
See, the whole
right before my 100th birthday.
The whole problem with this story, Ashley, is that it's seniors with discretionary income. You know? Why didn't she just go to Italy? You know,
I'm not really sure.
That's funny.
it's a good story though.
It is.
Well,
it's
you
funny.
know, what about like travel somewhere? Like, where do you think the top place? I mean, not China right now,
Oh,
right?
we're gonna fly a plane.
Probably nowhere.
Anywhere right
yeah,
now.
right now. But I'm just saying, what's a place you guys have always wanted to go?
Oh, I would love to go to Egypt.
Egypt,
Yeah, I'd
really?
like to see like
That'd be
ancient
cool.
wonders, the Great
Yeah.
Wall, the pyramids,
Yeah.
That
Come-
would be
some of
cool.
Wait,
the-
you
yeah.
said the Great Wall?
the Great Wall of China, and the
Is it?
pyramids.
Like just different place. Yeah.
It's
different
really
pla-
there.
The Great Wall is
Yeah.
in China.
He was
No,
just
I-
talking in
okay.
general.
But
You
it still
kind of
exists.
combined it,
No,
so
there
it
are
sounded like
places
that
I-
you were trying to say the Great Wall
Yeah, he was just
in
thinking.
Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
I was super
He was
confused
just
about
thinking in
that.
general.
there was a comma in there that was kind of
Yeah.
You
I
couldn't see it
It's
though
the
because
Great
it's
Wall,
a sentence and out loud.
comma
Yeah,
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, the ancient
Um,
wonders I'd like to see.
You know the thing in Chicago? This is real basic shit here, but
The
where
bean.
no,
Yeah.
not that. Like there's this thing where you go on the 9th floor and then like it tilts you out.
Oh, it's higher than
Oh.
9 floors, dear.
Is it higher than 9 floors?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like 109 floors.
109. Thank you,
Oh,
Chris.
wow.
And it tips you. I kind of want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
I wanna do that.
I would I would
shit my
definitely
pants,
shit
so,
myself.
yeah.
I would be there for it.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
be,
not
poopy
gonna-
doopy.
I'll hold
Yeah.
your hand while you shit yourself.
I'm not gonna pay
Well, they have this-
$58 to soil myself.
they have
Yeah.
this.
I'll
in
do it.
public.
I want to do it.
They have this thing in Canada that's like in Toronto. I think it's like high as heck,
Yeah.
and you like they bungee you to it and you hang off the edge of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
See,
wow.
that's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Just
Or
like
like that
seagull
psycho.
bait.
Did you hear about that psycho that did a walk across the a volcano?
No.
Really?
They you know,
Tightrope.
yeah, tightrope to cross a volcano.
What if it
Cool.
would have
That's
like?
just
Was
fire,
it
man.
active?
What if it would've
What?
burnt
Was
the
it
An
rope?
active? Yes.
Dang.
No net. No nothing.
What if it would have
Why?
just burnt the rope? And
He had to wear like an oxygen tank and all this
He
shit.
was
That's
bathed-
too much,
Like,
man.
Bathed
seriously.
over the
That's too
He had the
much.
long ass pole. Like
Good
all
morning,
it
Richard.
took,
Hi,
man,
Chris.
one like
Hello.
wind, you know, like
That's
to
too much.
push him over,
That's too
and
much.
then he'd be incinerated.
Mm.
Yeah, somebody from work was talking about that. He was like, "Man, it was like one of them things that you just could not stop watching."
Sounds like a Marvel movie, man.
There's
Yeah.
all kinds of things
He
like
comes
that.
back as
What's
a
this,
superhero.
Is this the new Avengers?
Hey, Richard.
Yeah, hello. Good morning, Richard.
And we haven't heard from Richard Hotchkiss in a while, man.
I'm not familiar with this guy.
He,
The fuck how did that happen?
I don't know.
That did it by itself.
I don't know what's going on.
I didn't even touch it, and then it just went off, and I'm like,
Yeah,
anyways,
you're ruining my
Ghost.
life.
ghost.
Meanwhile, in the
Woo!
box, we have alarms going off.
We have
But-
ghosts in the
bells and
box
whistles.
today.
Bells and whistles.
Anyways,
everybody.
Richard Hotchkiss is a country singer.
Ah,
Oh
welcome.
yeah,
We
yeah.
interviewed him.
Yes.
Well, welcome back, Richard.
while
Nice
back.
to know
Yeah.
you. It was-
I believe he's from the Texas area.
It was in the before my
California?
time, man.
I don't know. He's all over.
Richard,
Anyways.
why don't you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself?
he's been a
He's
guest
been-
on
yeah,
the
he's
show.
been
on the
show.
Yeah.
Before your time, Chris.
That's
Yep.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a long
I think
time
it's
ago.
interesting how many
Mhm.
people that I've had on the show that are a part of the show now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chris.
He hasn't had me
he was
on the
an
show.
interviewer.
but-
I was an
That's
interview.
okay.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember how we met too. It's funny.
Yeah, they met at
I
the
don't
coffee shop.
remember.
They met
I
the
do.
coffee
We'll
shop.
How-
talk
how do
about
we
it
met?
afterward.
No.
It was a Facebook post. You were looking for
Oh,
people.
that's right.
And it
yeah.
was on one of the. It was on a group post.
It was the Akron. You know,
Akron
Joe
Comedy Club.
Most was the one that actually told me about that group,
Uh-huh.
and then I got accepted, and then I was
They
looking for
accept
comedians to.
anybody.
Yeah.
If they accept me, they'll take it.
I was saying a warm
Anybody,
spring
guys.
morning, and Jason at the
Join
coffee
Akron
shop.
Comedy.
Mhm.
It's a warm spring morning. We
Mhm.
met at the coffee shop. Very, very
Epic
sweet.
brought
Um,
him. Epic
flowers
brought him
were
roses.
blooming.
I bet
Yeah, I
Autumn
didn't buy
Rose- it was a
roses.
blind date. Okay, let's just be
Mhm.
honest. It was a blind date.
But also, guys, I want you guys to listen after the interview because there's a couple things that we're gonna do. So one is Ray Luzier, which is Aspen's husband. He is the drummer for Korn.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna give away a signed drum head today on the show.
Sweet.
So you guys need to listen up.
Listen up.
to the keyword that I'm going to give you later on in the show.
The key
And then all you have to do is put that keyword into the comments. You could either tweet us, you could be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever we are. And you just comment that word,
Yep.
and you will be entered into a drawing to win the drum head.
But don't
Also-
send it to U.S. mail. Don't do it by U.S. mail.
Also, my birthday is coming up.
Yay!
Yes, Tuesday.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. That stupid thing.
Well, I turned it down because it's still ringing.
How is it still
yeah,
ringing?
because it's one of them sound
Ugh,
effects that
that's
you have
the
to.
worst.
Yeah. So,
I don't
anyways,
think it'll ever go off.
we'll just
Ever.
exit the app
That's
and
what
then
I'm
go back
doing.
into
That's what
it.
I'm
Yes.
doing, 'cause,
There you go.
like,
Or we
it'll
could just
never
be
go
known
away.
as the podcast that has bells and whistles in
For
the
no
background.
reason.
Yeah. For no reason, guys.
Welcome.
Who knows?
But anyways, so for my birthday, I am actually doing the fundraiser for Rebel for a Change, which is Aspen's program.
Nonprofit organization.
Yep, nonprofit organization. And Ray decided to donate a pair of autographed drumsticks to give away.
Thank you very
So
much.
how
Ray.
we're going to do that is the minimum you donate is $10 to the cause. You could just go onto the Epic Radio Show
Mhm.
Facebook page. I believe we shared it on Twitter,
Twatter.
maybe Instagram. I don't remember.
Maybe.
And then even on my personal page, if you're friends with me, it's on there. Donate a minimum of $10 and it enters you in to win the drumsticks.
Yay.
It was originally I was going to do that on my birthday, draw the winner for that, but I've extended it for 2 weeks.
2
So
weeks.
that gives you
Nice.
plenty of time
What?
to donate to a great cause and
not
to
It's not even the one
Yeah.
that he originally came up with.
It's tax deductible.
yeah.
This isn't. Do you remember the original donation you came up with before?
Oh yeah, before I decided to be so charitable, I was just gonna ask for money for hoes and drugs
Hose
and
and drugs.
yeah
For your
stuff like that.
birthday.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I think that's acceptable, right?
Yes.
Hey, Marcus. I didn't see him pop in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't
but,
either.
I
Hey,
guess
Marcus.
Michelle did though.
Medium Marcus.
Yeah.
What's up?
But I guess
Yeah.
Michelle did.
Love
Yes,
Marcus.
thanks, Michelle.
All right, but we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we're gonna talk to Aspen, and we will see you right after this. Wait 1 second, guys. Sorry.
Wait, never mind. We're not gone yet.
Yeah. Now we are.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
it's your.
You're listening to The Epic Radio Show, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play, and take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Hey, Epic fans, this is Jay Val. Home buying is complicated. You need someone who you can trust and has your best interest in mind and not just the size of the commission check. That someone is Jeremy Rodriguez with Russell Real Estate. Jeremy grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and a graduate from James Ford Rhodes High School in 2001. If you are looking to sell your home, searching for your next home, or if you just want to talk about the process, please feel free to contact him As an agent who himself still resides in Cleveland, he knows the neighborhood, the schools, and the market inside out. Get in touch with Jeremy. He is happy to help you with all your needs, from helping you identify a lender to getting a moving truck and even helping you pack. Call Jeremy Rodriguez now at 216-287-1766 or email him at jeremysellsdreams@gmail.com. Find him on Facebook now. That number again is 216-287-1766.
Hey guys, this week you can find Funny Noises Productions at Jilly's Music Room on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and Friday. There are 2 shows, first at 5:30 at Jilly's Music Room and then at 9 p.m. at the Whistle and Keg in Cleveland. Sunday they are back at the Pharmacy Bar and Grill at 8 p.m. And remember, Funny Noises Productions, comedy so funny you will FNP.
All right, welcome back to the show. Our guest today, former model and founder of Rebel for a Change. I'd like to welcome Aspen Luzier to the show. How you doing?
How's it going?
I'm
I'm
doing
good. Hey, thank you so incredibly much for taking some time to shine some light on Rebel, because it's been a good 3 years of getting this off the ground and the conversation amplified. So I'm just super grateful.
No, it's no problem at all. We're extremely grateful you're doing this for us too. So as I said in your introduction, you actually started out as a model.
Yeah.
Like what got you into modeling, and where are you from originally?
So I'm originally from Cocoa Beach, Florida. That's where they filmed I Dream of Jeannie. So it's very much like beach town, surfers, / bikini contests, Hawaiian tropics. So living that like beach bum lifestyle, sort of, young girl has big dreams of being like the supermodel. So went down that road, and it was fun. It was great, but never did I imagine that I would have had the capability of starting a nonprofit and amplifying this conversation to bring so many people together.
So let's talk. Well, first off, your last name sounds familiar. So obviously, you're married to
Yep.
Korn drummer Ray Luzier.
Yeah.
You guys met. Well, it's kind of an interesting story of how you guys met. How did you guys meet?
Okay, so still in the modeling world, I was traveling all over the U.S. doing interviews, and I was interviewing with a guy named Warren Moon. He's a football legend, and Korn was the show that was who we were interviewing, and I didn't know anything about Korn. It wasn't the music where I really listened to, so I was really nervous going into this interview, and Ray was the one who I was interviewing. We had the first words that we ever even spoke to each other, and yeah, so interviewed him, and it was pretty instantaneous moving forward that we were both attracted to one another. Yeah, so gosh, that was about 10 years ago, and now we've got 2 kids, and I was living in Florida and he was in California, and then I moved out with him, and now we're in Tennessee. We're in Nashville with our 2 little ones, and
how old are they?
And yeah, here we are. Our youngest is turning 5, and then our oldest is 9. It's pretty ironic that we have a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, you think, we look back on like everything we've been through and like the touring life, and when I met him, I was a full-blown model, so I was traveling a lot, and he was traveling a lot. And then since 6 months into our relationship, we had gotten pregnant. So it was pretty fast. And then, me me getting out of modeling, and then I went into photography and moved out to Nashville. And it was quite a transition moving out here. And that's sort of when Rebel really took place. And I was just going through a lot. My husband was touring a ton, and found out my father was battling a really intense addiction.
Oh wow.
And from that point, and it was the beginning of Rebel. I just had no idea that loving somebody or trying to love somebody in active addiction was what it was going to be. The best way I can describe it is I hit rock bottom from a drug I never consumed.
Right.
And it was, and then my husband is touring, and here I am with 2 little babies at home, trying to make sense of, this new relationship I had with my dad, and feeling isolated and lonely, and nobody really talked about loving somebody through an addiction and the capability of losing yourself in that space.
So is that kind of how you came up with the idea of Rebel for a Change? Like, you kind of went through that struggle yourself, and you were like, well, I don't want anybody else to go through this, so how can I make a difference? Like, is that kind of how it started?
Yeah, you know what? It was so wild because it wasn't even like, hey, I'm going to do this thing. It was me going on social media, because for me, my healing is connecting through other people and sharing a story and seeing my story's reflection in somebody else and having that connection. So for me, my healing was going on social media and going on Instagram. And at this point in my life, this was about 3.5 years ago, and I was constantly using the hashtag Fight for Happiness. And so many people, were like, wow, your life is so awesome. And, your husband is this amazing drummer, and you have 2 beautiful kids. But here I was on the back end really hurting and literally every day fighting to be happy because of this newfound relationship I had with my dad in active addiction. And one day I just went on there and I'm like, listen, you guys don't even get it. Like, in the outside, this life over here may seem awesome, but while my uber awesome, wonderful, fantastic husband is touring, I'm home lonely and isolated, and this is what I'm battling with. And so it was a conversation that just sparked so many other people just like me. And then I realized there's a gap missing in our community. And how do we fill that gap? How do we start supporting the family members? How do we amplify our voices to allow other people to know you're not alone? And this sucks, but there are ways and perspectives to be happy in this state.
So you mentioned before that it kind of started with like a hashtag, and on social media and everything. At what point did you decide, okay, well, I'm getting a good response from this hashtag, from these people that say they're going through the same thing, and what was the point where, no, you're fine, but what was the point where you were like, okay, well, like, take it to the next step,
That's a great question, because I remember this moment like it was 5 minutes ago. The messages that were pouring in, the direct messages, were so moving and uniting. Like, it hurt. These messages that I was reading were painful because they were people's honest truths of what they have been living with and the silence that they've been living with. But there was this one message, and this one woman who told me briefly about her story of she was a nurse and she had back surgery and she could no longer afford her medicine, so she had turned to heroin because it was cheaper and more accessible, because the pain that she was going through was so intense. And this is how a lot of addiction starts.
Exactly.
Really
it starts from like oxycodone and and all that stuff, and then when the doctors stop giving it to you, that's what you turn to, because it's pretty similar. Yes. Yep.
It's cheap. And so she's telling me this story, and then she turns and says, and I'm so grateful for you sharing your voice, because my 2 young boys have no idea what I'm going through,
Yeah.
and you're creating a community for them. And that was the moment of like, I have to do something. No longer is it, I can do something. I have the possibility to do something, but I have to do something, because this is how we change the pattern in young children's lives. You know, you start this conversation and you give them an outlet and you give them a community to connect with. So then that same pattern of isolation and loneliness doesn't creep up for them.
Mm-hmm.
So a drug addiction was in my whole childhood. So it was something that I understood from a young age. If you don't get a handle of it.
What I find is interesting about your cause is that you're focused not necessarily on the addict themselves, but the people supporting them, because what people don't understand is like when you're a family member and one of your family members
pretty
are
much
an
an active
addict,
addiction also.
you're actually going through a lot of trauma too. Like it's a ripple effect that goes through not just the person suffering from the disease of addiction, but the people trying to support them. It's very hard. Speaking as a former addict myself, and even Jay could probably chime in a little bit. It is hard, and sometimes you don't realize like the effect that even what you're going through is having on the people around you. It's very stressful.
I love so much that you identify with that, because that was a really big struggle in the beginning of like, how do we make this clear that we're talking about what it's like loving somebody in addiction, loving somebody through recovery, loving somebody through a relapse. Like, we're talking about it from the sense of like our side, and how do we keep ourselves in a healthy state so we can be there for them. Because there's other organizations that exist that and really big ones too that have helped a lot of people, but it seems that the conversation is still on, my loved one is doing X, Y, and Z. It's making me feel this way and that way, and the focus is still on the person battling with the substance abuse, rather than the family recovery system and what we do to help ourselves and our journey. Because
if the addicts don't have support, they're never going to recover either. You know what I mean? So you're kind of helping them help them. You know what I mean? It's like, help me help you. So what kind of programs do you have in place to help these families? What are some of the things that you guys do for them?
Then this is my most exciting bread and butter part of it, because the very beginning, it's like, okay, we're going to start this conversation. We're going to amplify this conversation. We're going to unite people. We're going to be that awareness piece. But for me, that awareness piece wasn't enough. Like, what are we actually physically going to do? So we have 2 things. One is called Love Club, and the other is the Champion Program. The Champion Program is what we're launching, I believe, on Wednesday. So the timing is really exciting. There's been so much leading up to this point. So the Champion Program is a place where people can go onto our website and create, sorry, my throat is...
You're fine.
They can create a profile, and within the profile, they can choose to be a champion, which is walking alongside somebody else in our community who is just stumbling across what it feels like loving somebody in addiction. Or they can sign up to have a champion. Sorry, my goodness.
It's okay.
You know what? My husband came home from the road and brought home like this bus crud, like he calls it. And like, I'm like 5 days next to him, and I'm feeling like, oh, he's so sweet. He's bringing me water. Are you listening to this? Yeah. Do you want to say hi?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Ray.
Hey,
thank you. Hey, we're doing great.
Thanks so much for having my lovely wife on here, talking about her great organization.
No, thank you for also, like helping out with the, well, obviously she said that you're very supportive with everything, and you're going to donate the drumsticks and the drum head,
and the drum
the
head,
giveaway. That's awesome, man. We really appreciate that.
No problem at all. It's my pleasure. You guys have a good one. I'll give you
too.
back to her.
Yes.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right.
How sweet. See,
Yes,
like even
awesome.
when he hears me struggling, he brings me water.
That's awesome.
It's a good man
Thanks,
right
babe.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, he's downstairs listening in. He's so cool. He's so sweet.
Okay.
Okay,
Supportive.
so
Championship program.
So the champion
Yes.
program, we have like 3 different things that it's doing. One, you can sign up to be a champion if you feel like you're on the other side of what this journey looks like. You know, you found freedom with self-discovery, and that's where I'm at. So, or the second part of the champion program is you need that help. You need that person to connect with, almost like a sponsor, right? Where AA has sponsors.
of course.
You have that one person that you can reach out to any time of the day. So that's the second part of the champion program. And the third is simply sharing our story and uploading a video of what it's like how did you find triumph through the pain of loving somebody in addiction, or you know, how did you find that freedom key through self-discovery? Because a lot of it, you know, being the family member or the friend or the loved one, is we feel like our story starts when we are set on fire by our loved one's addiction. Let's just say that word.
Mhm.
But our story doesn't start until we find that self-discovery of like, well, how do we like find ourselves through this journey of recovery? So it's really cool. The champion program has like those 3 elements that will be able to connect people. And the way that you connect is via text and email. So, and everything's encrypted. Nobody's personal information is being sent out there. So it's a really beautiful way of humanizing technology, because you know, this is our day and age, and to globally
For sure,
connect
yeah.
people in like Germany and Florida and New York and Chicago, anybody can connect, and it's being connected into like a smart match way where, let's say, you know, it's my father who's battling a substance abuse, so it's my parent. So the system will smart match individuals based on who is suffering, because if it's my dad, it's going to be really hard for me to walk along in the shoes of somebody's child who's suffering, like being that person's champion, because, you know, it's a completely different situation. So there's that. And then there's the Love Club. And Love Club is basically where we get our bodies moving for mental health, and we get active in the community. So we'll put events, local events, whether it's in Nashville or, you know, any other large city. We'll connect with a boxing club or a cycling club, or, you know, something that we can gather together in person, connect right on our boxing bag. Like, why are you fighting? Why are you fighting for happiness? And to visually feel and see the pain, but then the triumph that comes from that place if we just get together and move our bodies for mental health. So yeah, those are the 2 things. Those are 2 main things on what we're physically doing for our community.
That's amazing. So how can people find you on social media, and how can people find what's the website for Rebel for a Change?
Yeah. So our website's rebelforachange.com, and the champion program will be live on Wednesday. And then social media is across the board, Rebel for a Change, on Facebook,
Awesome.
Instagram, and Twitter.
And like we said before, my birthday is coming up Tuesday. So
happy birthday.
Thank you. But for my birthday, I decided to gather donations for your cause.
No.
Yes,
Seriously?
yes. So
okay, biggest smile. Thank you
no problem.
much.
So and actually what I'm gonna do, because Ray was so kind to donate a couple items to the show to give away. So what I'm doing is for people that's donating a minimum of $10, I will enter them into a drawing to win the drumsticks.
That's so rad.
So once that's done, I'm gonna draw names out of a hat, and then whoever gets drawn will get the drumsticks, and we're gonna give away the drum head here later. I'm gonna give people a code word,
Keyword.
a keyword that they can comment on any of our social medias, and then by the end of the show, we'll tally that up and see who the winner is. So
that is amazing.
yes.
And I am so incredibly grateful because that's a huge piece of this, being a nonprofit. And
for sure.
people often are like, how can we help? And donating your birthday through Facebook is such a needed way to help us. So thank you.
No problem. But after this is over with, is there like a way that they could donate to you directly, like through the website or something?
Yeah, if you go to rebelforachange.com, there's a donation page.
Okay.
And that highly supports the champion program. And even like we sell t-shirts and like friendship bracelets, and 100% of everything that we bring in goes straight back to the cause.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much. Actually, before we go though, I'm going to see if anybody has any questions.
Yeah.
Did you have one, Chris?
Yeah. I was kind of curious. In the name of your organization, rebel is a strong word. It's very popular in pop culture and counterculture. Is there any significance for the word rebel in the title?
Yeah, there is. I love the contrast of life, like the dark and light. And there was something about rebel and love and rebelling against what society wants us to know is, be quiet about addiction and like, find your place. And I just thought, no, let's rebel against what we've been taught and actually speak about addiction in a loving and connection way. So for me, it was just like, we're just going to rebel on what we were known to be doing.
Anyone else? Did you have something, Jay?
No.
Nothing? Nobody?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, thank you, Aspen, for talking with us. We really appreciate it. Thank Ray again for donating the autographed items.
Yeah.
Wish
I
you guys
will.
the best. And think what you're doing for these families is great. Keep it up. We do have to go on break. When we come back, we'll have Would You Rather questions. And apparently Walmart is getting into the healthcare business. We'll tell you more a little bit later. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
You're listening to the Epic Radio Show, live on Facebook, YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Yes. It was. It was really funny. Yes. It was great. Michelle said she got a text message from Ray, and it said, "Don't ask her anything stupid." And he said, "Thanks for your input, Ray." What's funny about that text though is I was gonna make a joke about the last name, and I was gonna say, "Oh, so your last name is Luzier, but you have 2 ears. So how does it feel sleeping on a bed of lies?" You know what I mean? But like, I was like, I'm gonna keep it like
you were gonna say that.
Keep it straight edge for this one.
They can hear us, by the way.
What's that?
They can hear us, by the way.
Yeah. Who does? How?
What do you mean? Hey ladies, if you're looking for premium makeup at a price that can't be beat, hit up Glitz and Glitter by Goldie. Glitz and Glitter by Goldie has everything you need to enhance your beauty without breaking the bank. Go to uniqueproducts.com/GoldieAlphaHell today and take advantage of the savings. Right now, there's a new beauty box for only $99, so what are you waiting for? Get to Glitz and Glitter by Goldie today at Unique, that's YOUNIQUE products.com/GoldieAlphaHell.
Want to feel like you're part of the show? Get your official The Epic Radio Show merch right now. We have unisex tees, hoodies, mugs, winter hats, shirts, baby onesies, and much more. Check it out at www.etsy.com/shop/The Epic Radio Show. Official unisex tees are only $12 and get free shipping on orders over $35. Yup, that's right, you heard me. That's free shipping on orders over $35. The holidays are over, but you can still treat yourself to some great official merch from The Epic Radio Show. So hurry now to the site and get some epic gear for the new year and make 2020 epic.
Welcome back.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah, we're back. You guys heard my little stupid joke.
Hey, I have no volume in my ear, sir.
It is fine.
Lame little joke.
I can't hear myself.
I can't either.
I can't hear you.
Here?
It's on the desktop thing, that button.
No, I know what it is.
Hey, we're back.
It's not the desktop thing. Anyways, we're back. That was an
couldn't
awesome
hear
interview.
that.
Yeah. No, they could hear that.
Oh, they could.
Yeah, they could. We
That's
just couldn't hear
funny.
ourselves. That's all. Yeah.
That was funny.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
But make sure you guys listen to the rest of the show because I'm going to give you that keyword to win the drum head, and make sure you donate. Is there any way, Ashley?
What?
Yes.
I'm being called out. What?
Yeah, that you can find the link to my fundraising.
Sure, there I can do that.
And then you can share it here on the show.
Yes.
She's awesome, Ashley.
Yes.
Awesome.
I can click some. I can like type some buttons and find things.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
so
look
smart.
Me cave woman. Me cave woman. Me know how to start fire.
I can start fire. I can tap keys.
But
I
you know
I'm
what?
doing.
You know what time it is?
No.
It's
Time for a
time
keyword?
for
Not really.
Would You Rather questions.
All right. Bring him.
Do that.
But why?
What kind of sound is that?
I thought it was-
Nobody heard that, but it sounded like he got gut punched
I
in
thought
the
he was
nuts.
constipated.
Gut punched in the nuts. That don't even make sense.
He's like trying to relieve himself.
If I was gut punched, I probably wouldn't be constipated.
That's true.
We're not telling you what the keyword is yet.
Yeah, you'll just.
You have to listen.
He's all, what's the keyword? Like after you say,
Yeah.
keep listening.
Yeah.
What's the keyword?
Yeah.
Shut up, Marcus.
The keyword is "shut up, Marcus." That's not really the keyword. Yeah, that's
not,
the
It could be one day though.
Yeah. But anyways, first question, guys.
First one. Here it is.
Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else? Wait, is this the right one?
Would you rather have these questions or other
No,
questions?
this is the right one.
Yeah.
For someone else, or
like
work
this.
for yourself, but work incredibly hard.
Would I repeat that?
Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else, or work for yourself but work incredibly hard?
I think
I do a little of both already.
We've made those decisions in life already, haven't we?
Yeah.
I probably do own my own company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I would be too.
I
What
work
about you
for
guys?
no one.
She works for no man.
I work for no man. I work for 2 children and 2 like other children.
I want
that are here.
Ashley's job. Can we just switch jobs, Ashley? You know, come on.
Sure,
Yeah, because she works
Trade it
extremely
out.
hard.
Chris would
putting
be
DVDs into DVD players
Oh, yeah,
all day.
that's all I do.
Mr. Doubtfire.
Yeah, that's all I do. Okay.
Chris would probably be pulling.
Oh,
You
his
should
hair
walk
out.
yourself back from that line.
No, I love kids, dude.
That was a
kids.
Bill
Step back
Burr
from that
reference.
line.
The line again. There it is.
What's that?
Somebody's gone to the line.
Yep. Tommy needs to walk himself back.
Oh, Tommy's walking back. Tommy, I've been there today too, man.
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop.
Well, I said,
walking
yeah,
up
her
on that
job's really
line.
hard putting DVDs in the DVD players all day.
Yeah, he needs
Picking
to
up
walk
goldfish
it back.
off the floor.
Yeah.
Walk it back.
I'm joking.
So,
I'm not in this one.
yeah, Jay's not gonna walk.
Ryan
today.
said I still do both. Braden said I tried to own my own company. It was difficult.
It's a tough one.
So for someone else.
Media Market said I do both and
hook
hook
on
on the
the
side.
side.
$5 handies.
Ryan, I still do both.
All
Anyone
right.
else?
All right,
What's your
cool.
phone number?
Okay. But yeah, I just whatever. Everyone's just like messing with me today, so I'm just gonna.
What was
I
yours?
told you,
Oh, yeah.
I work.
Okay.
I work. Yeah.
Chris, you said your own.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
I would much rather work hard for myself because when you work for somebody else, you got to do what they want you to do, when they want you to do it, how they want you to do it. And I'm just not. I did that for years. I want to have the creative control of my life at this point, man.
Yeah,
I
I want to do it the way I want, when I want, how the hell I want to do it.
Let's see. Would you rather suddenly be elected for senator or suddenly become a CEO of a major company and you won't have any more knowledge about how to do either job than you do right now?
Like then right in this moment. A senator, I guess. Sure.
Really? A senator?
Yeah, sure. I feel like if anybody can do things at this point.
I mean, honestly,
So
CEO, delegate. That's all you gotta do.
I can figure this out.
There's a lot.
all good.
In government, what they do is they don't. It's really hard to fire people.
Right.
So what they do to get rid of somebody completely incompetent?
They assassinate them.
No.
They assassinate them. That's right, Chris. How'd you know that?
They
on a grassy knoll.
No, they
marker on them.
They promote them. They do.
That's
what
the government way.
Yes, they promote. This is like true shit right
We're
there.
gonna go politics.
Like, yeah, it's true though.
Just jumping in and jumping back
So
out.
I think they should do the same for companies.
So Ryan said CEO.
So Alan, the fry cook at
Oh,
McDonald's,
keep going.
Should
who
be the
picks his
GM.
nose.
Ew. Gross.
In his Uber car to work.
Yeah. He should be the next CEO.
Oh,
That's how it
boy.
should work.
Michelle
gross.
CEO, I like being in charge. Ryan CEO.
Yeah,
CEO.
Yep.
They don't know what they're doing anyway.
Well-
I feel like that's senator. Like I don't know.
So,
Yeah.
but
I
in
can
either
say
job,
guesses.
you're gonna suck. Basically, is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
basically.
You don't know your job. Doesn't matter if you're senator or CEO.
Yeah.
So really, it's like you gotta
You're
look at it
almost
like
kind of almost the same role, except for you're making laws. Like I wouldn't want to see. I
you
think
see
I'd
me
rather.
being in charge of something like that? I would
No.
destroy things.
Well, see, that's my thing.
Godzilla.
Like, I would rather be in control of a company
Yeah.
than people's lives with laws. You know what I mean?
See, that's the way I look at it. It's like damage control. Where would
Yeah.
I do the least amount
Yeah.
of harm in the
Yeah.
situation?
I would like to do
that,
the
'cause
most amount of damage.
You're
possible.
basically gonna go down infamous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would love to be
you know?
talked about in like 50 to 100 years. Like, oh my god, this was awful.
That's why you have great
Like,
grandchildren.
Yes,
Yes.
but if I can do both, then I mean, why not?
Oh, this one's silly.
This one is silly.
So, would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or all birds try to attack you when they see you?
Alfred Hitchcock ruined that one for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go dogs.
I would say
You guys ever
dogs.
see that movie?
As long as they aren't
Yeah.
male dogs that want to hump you.
movie with
What
the
was it?
birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitchcock, yeah.
That's terrible.
Isn't that the?
It's awful.
Is that the one with the bad graphics? That's not the one I'm thinking about, is it?
No, I'm not talking
The
about
bad special
just-
effects, yeah,
Yeah.
the green screen
The
birds.
birds.
Oh my
The
god!
birds
Hey, and
were
they were like
terrible.
swinging and kicking at the birds in
Yes,
the
and
air.
that was so it was so much. I'm
They
like,
weren't
yeah.
even there.
Alfred Hitchcock, the
so
birds. That's a classic.
I don't want to be
dude.
attacked by
Oh my
either,
God.
obviously, but
See, I feel like birds
can't
are
hump your leg though.
harder to stay away from because they fly.
fly.
There's
They
a
can
lot
catch
more
you.
of them.
Yeah, they can
There's
Japanese
a lot
you.
more of
Elp in
them
your
around.
face.
Kamikaze.
Like, I mean, how often? I mean, other than dogs on a leash most of the time, right?
Yeah.
How
I
often
don't
do you
know,
come
man.
across dogs?
exactly. I
like
feel
just
like
roaming the streets.
Exactly.
I would.
Yeah.
But Epic,
I don't know.
a bird will never hump your leg.
true.
I'm not worried
But-
about.
Imagine if you get
that-
attack by a bunch of male dogs and
Just
they're
get some peanut butter.
humping your leg. That was last week. That's a callback to last week's craziness, I think.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Jay.
This is gross. I'm laughing, but it's gross.
Oh my god.
I think if
Michelle said, "Does pepper spray work on birds?"
I don't know.
I
That's
don't know.
interesting.
I don't know, Michelle. Do
I
you
think
wanna-
I think
Could you
imagine
pecker
spraying
spray
a bird
does.
with
You know what does work on birds?
What?
you can let us know.
Alka-Seltzer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
blows them up.
Yeah.
Just blow them up.
You know that's what you gotta do.
So I
just-
think I'd say dogs because dogs love me, so they just would stop trying to
Aw.
attack me.
Aw.
So I wouldn't get attacked. They'd just be like, "Oh,
That's not
hi."
true.
Yes, it is.
No,
All
you
dogs
can't-
love me. Yes, they do. That's not a lie.
I know, but in this scenario,
But in this
they would
scenario,
attack
they
you.
would try to attack me, but then they would realize how much they loved me and they'd stop.
that.
You can't change it.
If that's how it would work, though, I can't help that they would love me. That's just what it would. That's what would happen. I'm sorry.
And would you rather
all dogs, Marcus? All dogs, regardless of breed, size.
It could be a little Chihuahua, or it could be like a giant.
I got
Maybe
it.
All
medium,
dogs.
a bagel, you know, which what I call beagles.
Beagles?
I was wondering. I'm like, wait a minute.
I call beagles bagels.
People think like
Hi, Mom.
like dogs will do more damage. Granted,
I don't know. Birds, man, mess you
no,
up.
they
man.
can't. They
There's
can't
a lot of
drive.
birds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't mess you
If
up.
you get like 100 birds trying to
All
come
the
at you
dogs.
at one time,
Yeah, like
you're
imagine
done.
a whole flock of birds.
Yeah.
Kamikaze.
All
Well,
dogs.
hey, what
Or
about just the
dogs.
geese on the ground? Think
Yeah.
about now we're
Lots
going to
of
add
geese.
more.
Geese
We
are
got the
eating
geese
things.
on the
The
ground,
gooses.
and then you're going to have these
You know,
swallows like.
Did somebody just say geeses?
I said the
Geeses.
geeses and the gooses. That's what I said.
Geese are already plural.
I know it's a joke.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
just something I say that's silly.
And it was,
Get with
Hi,
it.
Sheila.
Who
it
are
was,
you?
And it was silly.
It was silly.
was.
That's what it was
Yeah.
for.
And I love how you put the momism right into Would You Rather there by making your own rule to
Like,
it,
what
man.
the heck?
Marcus
Only
said-
That's what would
moms have that
happen.
power. That
It
is a
would happen.
superpower that
I'm sorry,
moms
it
have.
would
Marcus
happen.
said Ashley the dog whisperer.
That's right. I'm a dog whisperer. Exactly. They would just be like, "Oh, this is Ashley. Duh. We can't attack her." That's what would happen. I'm sorry you're jealous about
Truth.
it, but it's what happened.
Yeah, probably.
No. I've never had a dog attack me, and you've had dogs try to attack you, so I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
And you know,
sorry.
usually dogs love
Like
me,
him. Yeah.
but
There are some dogs that
this
just
was like probably a couple months ago. A dog did lunge at me like at a patient's house,
Holy
and
cow.
ever since then, I've been kind of weary now about like dogs. You know
And
what I
they
mean?
can read
Like,
that.
and I
Deathly
try not
afraid.
to like let it bother me because it never did before, but it does now. It kind of like
the dog
it bothers
changed its
me.
fucking
You know,
mind.
like I try not to, but it's like a
But does it bother you?
yeah, it does.
the dog changed
No,
its
I'm
mind.
saying like
It's
you know,
fuck
like I
you.
get nervous now. Like I get anxious.
The
Yeah.
dogs read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're nervous.
I'm never nervous. I'm just like puppies.
I know I'm usually like that, but like ever since that dog like lunged at me and like literally,
I almost it's crazy to me how like what sets people off, you know? Because puppies. So because of like the story I discussed maybe like a month ago now
Yeah.
with Petey, and like even after that I still love dogs and I
Yeah.
still don't have any feelings to where like I'm afraid of them. Even though I guess I could at that point.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that the Petey? That's
Petey who
yeah,
killed
my
the
dog.
other
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was the one who had to remove her from said other dog, and
Yeah.
I still like don't have it. To me, it's just weird that you know that dog reacted that way towards
Yeah.
you, and now you're kind of like
Well,
almost
and
like
the crazy thing is, I don't blame that dog.
Right.
What happened was
but
that little
this
dog was
particular
cute, though.
patient was
Beating their
The
dog.
am I
no, the
Italian?
owner-
I talk with my hands a lot.
the owner
Mom,
had
am I
passed away.
Italian?
So
You're in here.
Adopted the dog.
no, listen,
No,
the dog that tried to attack me,
Right.
the owner had just passed away.
Right.
Yeah.
So the wife was there.
Okay.
And dogs, what people don't understand is like when their owners died, like dogs grieve too.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to handle themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had been into this house several times and
Yeah.
never had a problem with the dog. But this particular time with the wife there, I think it was just trying to be
Protective.
you know,
Yeah.
because it was grieving.
Like, don't
But
fuck with my shit.
Even though I know all of this
Yeah.
and stuff, it's still
Right,
like
it's still
I
kind
have
of like
yeah,
nerves.
Yeah.
You're still like,
well,
oh,
like nervous,
oh.
you know.
Next time, just bring the peanut butter, bro.
Yeah, just bring the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Just take
Yeah.
care of it. And dog will
You'll
be
be
fine.
all right.
So gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
So
like-
Ashley, the dogs all love you. You
Yes.
love the dogs.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
What's your feeling about cats?
All
I like
dogs
cats
go to
too.
heaven.
Yeah.
I like cats too.
And do all cats like you?
Most of
Man,
the time, yeah.
Cats are little.
Cats are a little
Well, just
like
because they pee in your shoe,
moody.
Jay.
Just because they pee in your shoe, Jay.
Yeah.
I like cats too, though.
the line of the week.
I've had both. I've had dogs and cats, so
Hmm.
I don't really care for birds.
You know,
I don't like mice.
Most
I don't
dogs
like
don't bother
things like
me,
that.
but I
Since we're talking about
notice
pets.
like if a dog's like barking a lot, you know what I mean? Like or like I feel like they're growling a little bit.
Mhm.
Like and even if I'm on the outside or whatever, they're like, oh no, the dog will be fine.
Are
like
you
it's
sure,
growling
though?
at me and barking at me.
Doesn't seem
This
like it
doesn't
likes
seem
me
fine.
here.
Like usually you could tell because the dog's all like happy to see you
Right,
and
the
dog wagging.
dog's just like
not
yeah,
like
growling
you know
and,
what I'm
like,
like?
baring its teeth, like
There's
this doesn't seem
visual
happy.
signs that you
This
see.
dog is
yes.
not happy with me here, so
Yeah.
you need to make sure.
Oh,
this
it's
dog
never
isn't
bit
happy.
anyone before. I could be the first. I could.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. That's how cats are.
and we have
Marcus.
like a 0 policy on that
Yeah.
too. Like I could get fired if the dog bites me because
So
our
you're like, dude,
policy
no.
is that they're supposed to put the dogs up.
Yeah.
You would get fired?
I would get fired
He
because
would get fired because he has to
I'm
make
not
sure.
allowed to deliver
He has to be sure.
unless they
that
put
these
restrain
dogs-
their
dog
pets.
up.
Yep.
Yep.
Me, Marcus. Said,
I am
oh, I'm
a
sorry.
little bit more lax on that sometimes if I
Yeah,
know the
but you
people.
shouldn't be.
But I shouldn't be, which is how that situation happened to begin with.
Yeah.
So now I'm a little bit more like, hey, you got to put the dog up if I don't feel comfortable. Yeah.
Especially if
Which
it's already
sucks.
showing signs of aggression, like it might not, like me here.
Yep.
Did you see what Marcus said?
And
What's
that's
that?
provided by the wife today there for that.
Oh, you're exactly right, bro.
No,
Like that
he
one?
said my cats love me, but they can give a shit if I die.
Yeah, that's true.
Like cats are just kind of like meh. it's
I
fine.
saw this
It's
guy on
whatever.
YouTube.
Nonchalant.
I saw this guy on YouTube pretend like he was dead.
And the cat,
And
they
the cat
just
just didn't
sat
give a
on him.
shit.
Like
Yeah,
they
he-
just sit on him and just
yeah.
go like,
The cat's smarter enough.
like whatever.
Yeah, that's
Smarter.
true.
Yeah, I'm sure the cat knows you're not
You're
dead.
not
Why
dead,
are you
asshole.
on the
You're
floor?
just drunk again.
Like,
Get up off the floor.
Why are
and
you
put
on
yourself
the
in
floor?
bed.
Feed me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think cats just don't really give a crap.
No.
I prefer
Alright.
dogs over cats, but I do like cats too. So
We're
Since-
extremely off topic.
we were
but-
extremely off topic, but it was had to
Because
do
that was
with
Would
the
You Rather.
That was Would You Rather.
That was
Yeah.
Would You
Number one.
Rather.
Yeah.
That was only one, though, wasn't it? We still
That
have
was
that?
that was
That
all
was
three.
all three.
Oh, man. I must have fallen asleep or something.
You must have
It
just
was
like
the job, and then the CEO.
Of course.
And then
the working, the
thing.
CEO,
then this.
senator, and then this. Yeah.
Birds and dogs and cats.
I know, right? Ryan said, I see all the dog's teeth. You sure he's always so nice?
Right. Like, I don't know. I can't see it.
Oops. Sorry, guys. So our next topic
Uh-oh.
is
Dun, dun, dun.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Mart.
Yes,
The Mart
obviously
Walls.
everyone knows.
Everybody's favorite place.
Yes.
The happiest place on earth?
Oh yeah.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to provide primary care options to those without access.
Yep. For sure.
So they're building what are called
Wall Labs.
That you know what? That's not a bad name, Chris. You better.
I'm patenting it now.
Yeah, you
before-
better
because
get that
They are
shit.
taking over
So
the
they're-
world.
they're-
Don't they have their own bank already?
They're building what's called Walmart Health, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So what you're going to be able to do is walk in, and they're going to do. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the exact numbers before I say them. But like basically a $30 checkup,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
like without insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Without insurance.
Yep.
Okay. So $30 checkups. Eye exams $45, dental exams $25, and even therapy sessions for $60.
I just don't know if I'm going to be comfortable.
I don't know,
You
like
know what I told him last night was basically I'm gonna go shopping, then I'm gonna go to the doctor, then I'm gonna get my eyes checked.
And get it all done in one
I'm
swoop.
gonna go I'll just get it all done, and then I'll be good.
I don't know if I want to get
Gotta
my
do.
prostate exam from the
Are
same
you
person
sure?
stocking chip shelves.
Are you sure?
well, see, now
long as
the
they
thing
wash their
is
hands.
now the thing is they're not going to be in actual stores.
Right.
As far as I know, they're separate places cuz that would be too much, I think.
Right.
Oh yeah,
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think they could legally have a health center like in a, like it's one thing to have like the video chat or like whatever like
Yeah,
the
those
pharmacy
things.
area,
Yeah.
but I don't know how they would do that with
All that turn to the left
but
and
there's
coughing
two
inside the
locations
grocery
right
store.
now. There's two locations right now. The one is in Dallas, Georgia, and another one is in Calhoun, Georgia. Yeah, but like I don't know what to think of this, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think Walmart's kind of overstepping and like getting into stuff they shouldn't? Or do you think it's a good idea for people who don't have insurance to get seen?
They're trying to help people, so I'd say it's a good thing.
I mean, Michelle said, "Is there a dress code?" Yes.
I mean, what's Walmart's dress code now,
Yeah,
right?
like, do they?
Yeah.
Do they have a dress code?
Not really.
Braden said I don't trust a thing that Walmart says, and I said, hey, I can pay $30 to see if I'm alright though. Like, I don't have insurance. I don't have a fucking choice here.
I like Ryan's title for it.
Wally Care.
Wally Care.
I do like that Wally Care.
That's
Yeah,
a great insurance, man.
Yeah.
Great insurance.
That's my insurance. Wally Care.
You can see it.
That is it. That's for me.
I mean, are they going to do that the same way they do like the checkout lines though? They're going to have 20 stations, but like one doctor is seeing like 100,000.
It's going to be just like Metro, basically.
You know,
like your appointment's at 11. They don't see you till 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know? This is just like Metro. I feel like I'm at a legitimate hospital right now.
Are the doctors going to wear one of them vests?
I'd love to see what they do with that.
Superstore name badge.
Well, if they do this nationally, though, do you think there's going to be enough doctors to do this?
I don't know.
I mean, think about that, right?
I mean,
if they open enough, like,
are we having
over
a
the
doctor
country?
shortage?
Yeah.
Well, just
there
import
is
more people from India.
Statistically, there is kind of like they're saying that the amount of people going to college to be a doctor is the lowest it's ever been.
We'll just need to import more people from India and put them in school.
My mom said, so you would have to do your own prostate exam?
That's basically what it would be. Because you would get the...
Let me check my heart.
That's good. That's good. That is.
Yay!
Took a minute, but we got there.
Yeah.
That was it.
It's like, yay, I'm good, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's funny.
Yeah,
just put a little Robitussin in. Robitussin.
Take some, do some meth about it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be the prescriptions that they give you.
Yeah.
Like you need a couple rocks of meth here. That'll clear that right up.
There's a little bit
Come
of
back in a
Sudafed.
week. Let me know if that works out for you. I might need to use it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Walmart.
Jeez.
Walmart Care.
It's gonna fill a niche though. It's here to stay. It'll fill a niche.
Well, I mean, like the drugstores have been doing these little health centers.
Little healthcare centers, you get your shot or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Well, I mean, even like little checkups, they have like the video monitor and
feel
stuff. But
uncomfortable
that's kind of
with
weird, right?
I have a hard time with that. I don't like dropping my pants for the prostate exam inside the drugstore.
I know.
I mean, you'll
Putting your butt on the monitor.
You'll get over it.
Can you see?
Can you see anything?
Take some Xerox copies.
Yeah.
Look closer.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. You'll be okay, Chris. You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, they gotta wear the reflector vest.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Chris will be okay.
Yeah.
We'll all go together. So.
I wonder.
Hold hands, sing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll have the doctors have to go get carts too.
Right.
I know.
I need to get supplies off the floor. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Need to get some gloves.
3 hours later.
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't find the gloves. They move everything.
They do.
Michelle
They
said
do.
Chris just worried about his own ass.
Pretty much. Yeah, Chris. What the hell? As always.
As
Let's
always.
see if there's
It's
any
me,
more.
me.
It's
In
always about
Houston, Walmart had the
Chris.
very first Walmart liquor, only liquor.
Walmart
Which
liquor
I thought was
store,
like,
huh?
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
That is interesting, I thought. I don't know why.
Walmart is their own insurance company. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Now, one thing I will say, this is absolutely true because we worked for Walmart for a little while. Every single person that works there, Walmart takes out an insurance policy on you.
Really?
So if you die, they get paid.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yep. They take out an insurance policy in your name.
Well.
Yep. They pay for it. And if you die, they get paid.
Yep. A lot of
It's
people got
absolutely
paid
true.
because there's a lot of people who randomly, like, they were working, like, they were, like,
Damn,
really old.
Walmart's
They
gonna
died.
start Kevin Spacey and dudes.
Call back.
Bam.
Yeah, call back.
Even though it's a couple weeks ago.
That's
who
a
cares?
2-week callback.
That was a good one though.
Good job, Jay. I'm gonna applaud you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of that callback though, didn't you say something about they had found a gun in his
Oh
cell?
yeah. Oh yeah. We
Was
were
it-
reading
Oh.
about that.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, what?
Yeah, in Epstein's something with Epstein.
Yeah, well, didn't you say that they found a gun in
yeah.
Epstein's cell?
In his cell or something like that.
And didn't you say it was Kevin Spacey?
I don't know. I could have.
He doesn't want to throw himself under the bus. He's like, I'm not getting.
He doesn't want Kevin Spacey to throw him under the bus.
Spacey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want Kevin Spacey murdering me. All right.
Hey, I like Kevin Spacey.
I don't want to be killed with kindness. Okay.
Yeah, we love Kevin Spacey. Yes.
Did you hear that? Do you think he would hurt? You think that would get around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're sorry, Kevin.
It was Jay. It was
It's
Jay
all
Val.
It was all Jay. Yeah.
I mean, my favorite
Hear us out.
Kevin Spacey movie of all time is when he becomes the cat.
He becomes the cat.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
You don't remember that movie?
No.
Oh,
Where he
okay.
becomes the cat.
Yeah, like something happens, he gets.
You don't
turned
even
into
know
a
the
cat.
name of the
No,
movie.
I don't.
It's his
That
favorite.
is his favorite movie.
But it's his favorite.
He just knows that part is
Because
awesome.
it was being it was sarcasm.
Oh, okay. Was it Cats?
Was it Cats?
I don't think it was Cats. He might have starred on Cats.
Was it
Were you in
Garfield?
Cats,
Broadway.
Kevin Spacey?
Garfield.
Here, no, I didn't go.
My mom said,
I'll tell you. Hold on.
Our stores tried the video doctor things. The customers smoke crack in the booth. And I was just like, oh no. Well, let's hope Walmart has a better
Did they really?
job.
They really smoke crack
You know
in the
what?
booth?
Would that really shock you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
They're like, hey, Doc, you want to hit?
Doc's like, sure. It's been a long day. I don't get a break.
Like, do it in the bathroom or on the alley.
Do
like
it on the
normal,
bus
right?
like
normal
everybody
people.
else.
Yeah.
Do it on the bus. Like,
Do it on the bus.
Who are you? You
The
think
movie's
you're
called
special?
9 Lives.
9 Lives. That is actually like that would have been like.
It's
That's-
really nice. What the?
It's
I've
called
never
9
seen
Lives.
that.
It's actually,
Never-
I think it might be a Disney movie or something like that.
Actually, it's cat food.
Yeah.
9 Lives.
It's
Yeah.
cat
The
food.
cat.
It's
Fish
cat
flavor.
food. Comes in a can.
I feel like that was a movie that was like.
Damn, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
He's
Kevin
Kevin Spacey.
Spacey.
He
Yes.
travels all through time and space.
Yes.
E.
We're gonna take a break though.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
Yes.
Yep.
When we
is
get
wrong.
back, we're gonna talk about an East Tennessee man who was deported,
Oh,
Yep.
man.
and we are going to talk about crazy news.
Whatever that is.
Crazy.
Not talk about crazy news. We're gonna do that shit.
We're gonna do that shit.
some
Yeah.
crazy news.
Whatever. We're gonna
So,
do crazy.
and Michelle actually said that
9
movie is
Lives.
called Nine
Nine
Lives.
Lives.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Ryan said, "I remember to fly." Not sure about the cat.
The cat.
Marcus said, "Next thing you know, Walmart's going to start selling lumber." I think that's pretty much it.
Just when you think you can't get
Oh.
crappier wood in the world,
Yeah.
Walmart's gonna sell it.
Brian.
And then Ryan said, "Take that stuff to aisle 5 like everyone else."
I avoid aisle 5 for that reason.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Very
me-
good, Ryan.
Yes,
Good job,
Marcus.
Ryan.
2 for 20 commercials coming up.
Here we go.
Yep.
It's about to start.
All right, guys. Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show.
Epic Radio Show.
If I could find the app.
Or you just listen to us talk BS.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Epic Radio Show. Live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play. And take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Hey, Epic fans, this is Jay Val. Home buying is complicated. You need someone who you can trust and has your best interest in mind and not just the size of the commission check. That someone is Jeremy Rodriguez with Russell Real Estate. Jeremy grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and a graduate from James Ford Rhodes High School in 2001. If you are looking to sell your home, searching for your next home, or if you just want to talk about the process, please feel free to contact him. As an agent who himself still resides in Cleveland, he knows the neighborhood, the schools, and the market inside out. Get in touch with Jeremy. He is happy to help you with all your needs, from helping you identify a lender to getting a moving truck and even helping you pack. Call Jeremy Rodriguez now at 216-287-1766 or email him at jeremysellsdreams@gmail.com. Find him on Facebook now. That number again is 216-287-1766.
Hey guys, this week you can find Funny Noises Productions at Jilly's Music Room on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and Friday. There are 2 shows, first at 5:30 at Jilly's Music Room and then at at 9 p.m. at the Whistle and Keg in Cleveland. Sunday, they are back at the Pharmacy Bar and Grill at 8 p.m. And remember, Funny Noises Productions comedy so funny you will FNP.
Took a real break. You couldn't hear us.
Yeah, we were actually on a legitimate break this time.
And had fun.
Marcus said, use lighters and a bottle opener, 2 for $7.95.
Yeah.
Sifted cat litter and 20 cans of Spam, 2 for $20.
I'm getting that Spam deal.
Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
We didn't do the commercial for his thing. We've
suck.
been sucking
That's
at
all right.
that.
We just suck.
It's not all your
the
responsibility, so I should have called and said, make sure you do the damn commercial, you know?
We
No,
just
I brought it up a couple times. It's been a busy
it's fine.
week.
We're good. Trust me. We all have those times. It's good.
We just suck. Sorry.
So I guess we'll get into our next topic.
Next topic. The one in all in caps here.
All
Yeah.
in caps.
It's all
so-
in caps.
Tennessee man.
Mm-hmm.
He was ordered to return to Germany after serving as a Nazi guard during World War II.
So he was imposing as a fake Tennessee person?
Well, I'll explain a little bit.
Just yeah.
A federal immigration judge in Memphis has ordered the removal of a Tennessee man who served Nazi Germany as a concentration camp guard during World War II. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, Frederick Karl Berger served as an armed guard in a concentration camp near Meppen, Germany. Prisoners at the camp included Jews, Poles, Russians, Danes, Latvians, French, Italians, and anyone who opposed Nazi Germany. I don't know why they had... I kind of feel like the way they said Jews and Poles,
yeah,
that was kind of
that's why
anti-Semitic.
that's why I was looking at you.
Who wrote
why?
this? I don't know.
Can't you just
during the winter of 1945, these prisoners were held in atrocious conditions, being worked to the point of exhaustion and even death.
That's sad.
Berger reportedly told the courts that he was ordered to stand watch over the prisoners during their workday and make sure they didn't escape. In March 1945, when British and Canadian forces were closing in, he helped in the forced evacuation to the main camp at, I know I'm going to mess this up.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Destroy it.
Do it.
Do it.
Neuengamme? I don't know. Whatever. More than 70 people died in the 2-week trip. Berger said, to this day, he still receives a pension from Germany for his work, including his wartime service. After a 2-day trial, U.S. immigration judge Rebecca Holt found that Berger could be removed from the country under the 1978 Holtzman Amendment to the Immigration and I can't.
It's okay.
I don't know why I can't say Nationality Act because he
Good
willingly insisted in Nazi-sponsored persecution.
I was saying earlier, or when we first were talking about
Yes.
this, I was kind of on his side a little bit, like him being a soldier, not like a head, like lieutenant or whatever.
Yeah.
But then after I heard he was getting a pension, I'm like, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is with this guy was, he was transferred from the Navy. He didn't put in for this transfer, but he was transferred from the German Navy to work as a guard at this concentration camp.
Yeah.
And one of the things was, and this was from his own admission, he never asked for a transfer.
Yeah.
Out of the concentration camp.
Oh, okay.
Well.
Now, but the thing is, it's tricky because with all the stuff that was going on, I mean, if he asked for a transfer,
when he get shot,
would he get shot or
Yeah.
killed or how would that work?
Well, you're definitely
Yeah.
in their eyes. You're
You know
not.
what I mean?
You're not.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you probably would get like,
know,
insubordination.
Or whatever, because
Yeah.
back in the day, man, if you didn't follow,
follow
they just
orders.
killed you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's like, I would have been killed immediately.
so I don't
Would've been
know,
killed
Immediately.
but
would have killed myself.
Right, basically.
Hitler would have been like, Ashley. I was just about to do the worst German accent ever.
Oh my God.
So I'm just gonna stop there.
Okay. Just put my name.
He was gonna say because I was gonna sound like Arabian or something.
Arabian or Australian,
yeah,
British.
Australian. Anyways, Hitler would have been like, "Make me some of that coffee."
Call back.
Call back.
I would have been like, no, I don't want to make you coffee. Fuck you. And then he would have killed me. That would have been it.
Now
That's true.
Boom.
Boom. That's the way they portray it.
So,
but don't you think he should have at least gotten his pension still? I mean, he served his country, and that's what the agreement is.
yeah, but
Your
he served for
said-
being a Nazi. Like,
But you have no choice. The government
I
came
see
and picked
that,
some up
yeah.
and say, "Boom, here's a gun." They took 12-year-old kids at the end of the war and said, "Here's a gun.
I mean, I
go
get
kill."
it, but
you know,
Yeah, you're right. It's just like our soldiers get.
our soldiers have a choice at least to go or not these days. But there was a
Yeah.
time when you have no choice.
You have no choice. Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, even
know?
back then they drafted you and
Well,
stuff.
yeah, like
you know,
what Vietnam was.
I mean, I'm not saying that it justifies what
Yeah.
he did was wrong,
Right, right,
or
or
well,
wrong.
Yeah.
well,
You know,
one of
there's
the
no justification, but he did a service to his country, and his country has a responsibility. If you're on a winning side, a losing side, or a morally wrong side,
Yeah.
that your country has a responsibility to take care of you after the fact of that service
Yeah.
that you've provided.
Yeah, I feel you.
no,
You know?
but at the same time, okay, so he's been over here.
Yeah.
I mean, for like 50 years, something
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
not causing any trouble.
Well,
Or
let me
is
get
he?
to my point.
All right, go ahead.
So he's been over here for 50 years. He knew what happened since then was wrong.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you, to a certain degree, be like, hey, you know, like, I don't want to take this money because I know
What
what
I
it's
did.
for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My part
and I
in
think
it.
that's kind of part of it too. Is like, why still take the money for something like that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I see your point. I do. But again, it's like, it's money though.
See, yeah, I see your point a
mean,
little bit, but then it's like
It's
then
just like, but I was
what's-
kind of I was doing my my job, and I didn't
I
really.
can see though. I can agree. I can see
So
where
I can
people can
see
see it.
Yeah.
I just, I think you know, he has a right.
Well,
to-
and another point
I
that
don't-
works for him, I think,
Mhm.
is the fact that, you know, all these years he's not been charged with any war crimes or nothing like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
so obviously they don't know how involved he was
Right.
with the actual torture
Or anything
or
like all that,
you know
that-
or anything
Could have
like
just
that.
been a guard that stood out front.
But you're guilty by
Yeah.
association.
Yeah.
That's the Weisenthal
Yeah.
Foundation thing. They're still hunting actively for these people.
Oh yes, they
to
are.
this
I
day
mean,
and
there's
age.
an article I believe
There's-
Time Magazine was like, there's people hunting the last of these Nazis
Yeah, the
down.
Weisenthal Foundation funds
Yep.
all of that, and you know, make that, and then they take them back and they try them and stuff to this day.
Yeah.
Which I think everybody should be if they had an association should be investigated.
Yeah.
I don't think we should say, oh, he was just a guard. I think they should look into it. It's
Sure,
a great atrocity, but
and I think that's, you know, if they're deporting him to Germany for that to be investigated, and they look into it and they don't find anything,
yeah,
and they let him go,
right,
then I think he should be able to come back.
yeah.
What do you guys
Well,
think about
yeah,
that?
I mean, well, you know, how
I mean, he's lived here for 50 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's built a family here, probably had kids here, whatever.
Right,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
grandchildren,
that's what I'm saying.
He's
So
maybe he's a business owner, you know, any number of things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, who
he's-
knows? I mean,
He's being, he's being tried for his past sins.
did you guys ever watch that show on Netflix, The Nazi Next Door or whatever?
No.
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 I was watching a little bit of it. That's
You
kinda
watch a
crazy.
lot of-
Oh, wait, is
I
that
watch
that-
a lot of documentaries.
Is that the
though.
documentary? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You watch a lot of
That's-
things like that.
If you guys
Want to know what
you
you're
know,
talking about?
well, I am saying
Yeah,
like
I
if you
seen
guys are into like stuff like that,
Yeah,
like documentaries or whatever,
yeah.
that's a good one.
He enjoys documentaries.
You know
I
what
do.
You know what movie
I
just
watch
seen?
a lot of World War II
I know you
stuff
do.
too.
I live
Yeah,
with
me
you.
too. That's like my favorite
I've been with you for
era
7
to
years.
watch.
I'm
But
aware.
I just watched that Midway movie.
Did you?
Yeah, that was
How was
pretty,
that?
that was pretty sweet, man.
The new one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's new.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
Newer,
Yes.
the
Newer,
remake.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet movie actually.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of World War II, you know.
No, I get it. What do you have for us for crazy news?
What do I have here?
Here we go.
So, a mom brands a kid's book explaining child-friendly Kama Sutra. A man issues a warning about a dumb mistake that almost kills everyone in the sauna. Fun times. And a woman who can apparently smell Parkinson's disease.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we get into crazy news, I'm going to give you guys that code word.
The
to-
key word is.
Yes.
Key code.
I know, and this is going to be such a
Keyword.
shock.
There it is.
It's going to
Wait
be
a
Peanut
corn.
butter.
Oh, wow, really? Like with the C or with the K?
With
Which
the
one
K.
is- Okay.
K-O-R-N.
Okay.
If you comment corn,
Like corn on the cob. It
yes.
doesn't
No,
count.
not corn on the cob, Jay.
No, I
Don't
said it
fuck
doesn't
this
count.
up. Okay.
Corn on the
It's got to be corn, the band.
But Korn, if you comment that on any of our social medias,
Any of the
you'll be
social
entered in to
medias.
win this autographed drum head from Ray Luzier himself. And he's actually going to physically ship this to you. So
He's going to send
yes.
it to you, so
Oh man.
it isn't coming from us.
Epic. I have a question.
Yes.
When they use the key word, do they have to use parentheses around the word
No.
corn? Okay.
No.
Okay.
All you have to do is just type in corn.
And then-
That's it.
And we will see it, and then...
So spelling obviously doesn't count on this one. Also, is that
Spelling
correct?
should count because
Spelling
it's 4
counts.
letters.
Oh, it does.
How-
But if
how
they're
do you-
spelling
It's
it
4
wrong.
letters.
they're
It's
spelling
4
it-
letters.
Yeah,
If you
it's
don't spell it right...
It's the band's name, for
Then
Christ's
you
sakes.
suck.
If you don't... If you can't spell the band's name, you don't deserve for their drummer to send you
But
the goddamn drum
I know,
head.
right?
But the
Then
name
you
is
suck,
Seriously,
and
yes.
you need to stop.
the name of the band is spelled incorrectly. So
You can't
are we
do that.
counting for spelling?
Well,
or
I mean,
or are-
well, the only
it's
thing
like
I'm
a
going to accept is the fact that you
double
can't
negative.
do the R backwards.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's something you
But
can't
that's it.
control.
Korn. Yes.
Yes. I agree.
They do not have to be in the live chat to win. No. And we're not going to draw the names until Tuesday.
Yep.
Tuesday.
So you have time because I want to give people on iHeart and Apple
And all those other
and
places.
all the other platforms that we're on the chance to do this too.
And just do your best with the
All right,
spelling, folks,
so-
please.
Well, I'm gonna send mine now.
And he is, of course.
No.
Guys, it's fixed. I'm winning it.
And
Jay's gonna
Ryan,
win.
that does not count. You cannot put cream corn.
That doesn't count, Ryan.
That is not the code word. I'm not accepting that.
No.
You are not accepted.
And it's not correct anyway. It's creamed corn, not
Yeah,
cream
it's not
corn.
cream
It's
corn.
creamed.
It's creamed.
Cream corn?
So
That would be corn de creme. That's what it would be. Yes.
Corn de la
That
creme.
is the wee wee French.
You must send us $500 also.
Sure, if you guys want to like us on Facebook, feel free to do that. Yes.
You can like us everywhere. You can
Like
go to
us.
our house, knock on our door, and say, we
know,
like you.
I
Like
think we're
us
at
in
like
the morning,
700
you can like us
followers on
at
Instagram
night.
now.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Yeah, I think we're at like 700 followers on
I got
Instagram
started.
now.
I'll never catch up with you.
Yay.
On Twitter, I think we're at like 500.
Start sending.
We're at like almost 2,500 on Facebook. So
Sweet.
Why did you just whisper Facebook? That was
Because
creepy.
it's evil.
It is evil. It sounds...
evil.
people creaming in mosh pit.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Yeah, so Ryan,
That
if you
was
actually...
from Michelle.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Shocker.
that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, Michelle.
Oh.
Okay, so it's ready. So, like I said before, type in the keyword corn, Korn,
You guys
K-O.
got
into
RM.
any of the social medias. Now, it
Any
could
of
be in
them.
Instagram, any post. We'll see it, obviously,
Comment.
because we'll get a
We
notification.
get notification. We get so
We're
many
gonna count up
notifications.
all the things, and
We'll randomly draw out
even
of
if
Jay's
you guys
cowboy
go
hat.
to every single one of our
Out of
social
my
media,
cowboy hat.
Hey, wait, I've
Yep.
got questions. Am I
What?
going to see these too? And do I have to count? I don't really want to be counting it.
You
No,
have Chris
we'll
specific. No,
do it.
Chris
I don't-
specifically has to count.
oh, okay.
They'll take care of that. They just use my hat.
I wouldn't mind seeing, I guess, everybody's post, but I don't want to do any counting.
You have to count. Sorry,
Oh,
Chris. That's your job.
Yeah, you're delegated.
yeah, it's your
Yes.
job.
Delegate,
Sorry.
delegate.
Should
I'm the
just shut
senator,
up on
and you
that.
have
What
to
did I
count.
get into
Sorry.
now? Will there be coffee at the counting?
Maybe.
And you know what? Cream corn does not count either, Ryan.
With
It
a
has to
capital
be just
ED.
corn. Just corn. You
I thought-
assholes.
I thought it was cream ed corn.
We have
is
some
what
of
he
the
had.
most
Cream ed
asshole
corn.
Cream ed
listeners
corn.
ever, man. God.
So silly.
I love you guys, but god damn it.
Why are you doing this
This
to
is
me?
when I love the show.
Anyways.
Anyway, it's crazy news, right?
Can I say anyway?
on the scene right now.
His name is Roberto.
The man in the street.
I don't know why his name is Roberto, but that's his name. So I was about to say, don't look at me. That's not me. My shit's muted now. I learned my lesson earlier. You got mad at me. You gave me the look.
Oh.
You just had it was a bad morning. So
goes,
I'm like, it's muted. It's gone. So a mom brands kids book explaining reproduction, child-friendly Kama Sutra. This is really weird.
Mummy laid an egg.
Yes, it's mum, but I'm not saying that because I can't stand saying it. Coming out of my mouth is weird.
Say it.
No, I can't.
Say it.
No. A mom was left baffled by a children's book she found in a doctor's waiting room containing bizarre explanations and diagrams of clowns demonstrating sexual positions.
Oh.
The book Mommy Laid an Egg by Babette. It's called Mommy Laid an Egg. Okay.
Who in the hell
by
would make a
Babette
book
Cole.
like that?
By Babette Cole.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
No.
Starts off innocent enough before taking a very surprising twist. Jesus. This mom shared images of the book on Facebook. Catherine Peck is her name, who shared these images.
Nice.
Peck.
She wanted other parents to experience what she branded the child-friendly Kama Sutra guide, and it left thousands questioning its content. By page 6, readers are introduced to simplified drawings of genitalia, with an arrow from the penis to the vagina explaining, this fits in here.
What?
Yes. It explains, Daddy also has a tube. The seeds from the pods come out of it. The tube goes into Mommy's tummy through a little hole, then the seeds swim inside using their tails. The pictures are very strange. They're like literally like kid drawn pictures. If like kids this age knew about sex. What?
It sounds like a good book for kids. I think it's just teaching them the basics, like how to play nice with others.
There's balloons involved.
You know what?
No, actually,
if I would have been given this book when I was a teenager, I think I would have turned out a little different.
You would have. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have like 20 kids instead of
I know.
Right. It then moves on to provide...
I wouldn't have so many problems finding the hole.
Right. Oh, that's where it is.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
it.
And then moves on to provide examples of the ways in which people have sex, showing a couple flying along on a skateboard, and everyone's favorite, someone doing a headstand while another balances horizontally on top of them, holding a colorful umbrella and spinning a ball on their finger. Because we do that one all the time. I'm like, wow, this is so accurate to my life.
A little role playing.
Yeah. We have to have an umbrella and a skateboard involved, okay? Oh, and both are wearing clown hats and noses.
Oh, no, that's creepy.
Yeah, so it gets weirder.
There's nothing unusual about that. That's acceptable. That's creepy. Big red nose during sex is always a good thing.
There's also people doing it floating midair using balloons, like a raunchy version of Up, and 2 using a space hopper, which is just impressive, apparently.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Hint. The epic.
Impressive.
Space jumper. Next anniversary.
The mom of 3 describes this section as aerial acrobatics, fetish clown outfits, and space hoppers before it progresses through some other baby-making processes. A sperm is depicted winning the race to the egg as others head off with their tails between their legs, claiming, we was robbed. We was robbed, okay, people? That's what it says.
We was robbed?
We was robbed. No fucking joke. That's exactly what it was. Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's a couple comments.
Go ahead. Read the comments.
Let's see.
Read the comments before I continue.
Ryan said, it's the counting by the owl to get to the Tootsie Roll Pop, counting Chris.
Yeah.
Roberto is the water boy's dad's name. Ryan said, who published this? What the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
Marcus said, boys have a penis and boys have a vagina. Ryan said, was the swimming sperm referred to as you were a winner before you even knew it? And then Marcus said, all spermies get a participation trophy. Ryan said, I'll laugh my ass off. I knew it.
Good stuff.
So a very relaxed mom is shown giving birth to her child, who joyfully pops out to politely greet their parent.
Pop-up book?
I don't think so. I actually don't think it is. I think it's just really fucking weird.
Great, yeah.
You have one of those little tabs where you move the arm, she strokes him off the finish,
Oh, God. Oh, God, it's terrible.
The baby's playing peekaboo.
Like,
the whole time you can slide the baby in and out of the vagina.
Like, I feel like if any teenagers or children were to get a hold of this book, this would be such a bad time to have to re-explain everything to a kid. Like, no, the babies do not pop up out of the vagina and start talking to the
No. Give me a cracker.
Hey, the baby.
That's not how it works.
The baby popped out like the Mortal Kombat guy, like, whoopsie.
Right. This isn't how it works. I'm so.
Oh, man.
I'm so messed up. This is so messed up.
Ryan said, love the idea of a pop-up.
Yeah.
Marcus said, silly semen.
So one person commented on this because there were pictures and stuff posted.
Yeah.
One commented, usually I find myself being super quick with my witty responses, but I've been sitting here for a few minutes and I have nothing. And someone said, can you give me a copy? I've been doing this wrong for years. So,
cool.
Yeah, that's
all right.
That's where I'm going to end that because
that's good fun.
That's weird. Ryan said, Jay, that was great.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Pop up book.
Thank you very much.
He's been coming up with some good little jokes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing good today.
That's right.
Everyone's having a good time today. Okay, so the next one's not as funny, but it's kind of funny, depending on, I guess, how you look at it. So a man issues warning after a dumb mistake almost kills everyone in the sauna. A man who says he accidentally recreated a chemical weapon used in World War I and a sauna has been labeled a fucking idiot. After that's what it is, a fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
After I'll let y'all laugh. It's all right. That wasn't my labeling.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. I'm shocked by that. I thought for sure that would have been it. You nailed that, actually.
Like, yeah, he was literally. That wasn't even me. That was the article. I just agree. After a workout, the man said he decided to try out his gym's sauna room and went in to find it practically full with 5 other people already inside. He says he was barely sweating after 10 or 15 minutes and thought it would be a good idea to pour some water on rocks above the heating system to increase the temperature. Sticking to sauna etiquette, he made sure everyone else was happy for him to make the room a bit hotter. He took a little wooden container from within the sauna and left the room to fill the bucket with water from the pool located just outside to splash on the rocks. The room got much hotter right away, he said. For some reason, my eyes started burning and my lungs felt like they were on fire. Everyone in the room started wheezing and coughing. We all rushed to get out of the sauna. The door is pretty small, and it was complete chaos.
So he poured pool water on?
Yes,
oh
moron.
Everyone in the pool area was extremely confused as to why
chemicals in there, bro.
we all came flying out of the sauna. We were wheezing and coughing and dry heaving. I tried to figure out what was going on, and I realized that the pool water is full of chlorine.
Duh.
Rookie mistake.
When I poured it on the rocks, the steam it created must have irritated our eyes and lungs. Sure enough, after Googling around a bit when I got home, I realized that what I was essentially doing was I gassed everyone in the sauna with chlorine gas, which is what was used in World War I as a chemical weapon.
Jeez.
Although some doubted whether what he had done had actually resulted in the creation of chlorine gas, others were simply left far from impressed by his actions. The origin story for one of those signs you read and think, what on earth happened that led to this? A second replied, wow, this was so incredibly stupid, I had to read it aloud to my husband. And then the last comment on this. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen, heard, read about this week. You win. That is that.
Oh, wow.
He's
not too bright.
Nope. He did not think that through enough.
No.
There was no thought going into that. He's like, I'm not hot enough. I'm not sweating enough yet.
Yeah.
Was this in Tennessee?
Was it in Tennessee?
Where that guy was? Maybe he learned it from that Nazi guy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they were they were hanging out, trying to figure out what to do.
It's like, this is how you make a gas chamber.
So this is how you do it.
Pour chlorine water on rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really mustard gas. It's
joke. It's a joke.
It's
still a gas.
It's just nasty chlorine. They throw in the World War I thing.
Fun fact about chlorine.
Okay.
Here's the fun fact of the day.
So, chlorine is clear.
Yeah.
Every pool you go to is blue, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, the reason why
Hopefully.
it's blue is chlorine only turns blue when it comes in contact with urine.
Oh, wow.
So every pool you go there and you think, oh wow, that nice blue water, and like you know,
yeah,
you're swimming in a tidy bowl.
Yes,
No.
Literally. Yep.
It's like, yeah, no.
I've been to some clear pools though.
No, me too, but it got me thinking.
Yeah.
Like I actually read this online, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm not going into any water anymore to do.
I'm not going to.
There used to be a place in Canton to go swimming. It was a lake, and it was so bad it smelled like a toilet.
Oh,
you know?
Oh, that's disgusting.
But people would go there and camp for the longest time. Then they cleaned it
probably
up.
pooped in it.
I don't know what it was. It was nasty. It was nice, and then it got nasty. Now it's nice again.
Now it's nice again.
Or the last time I was
I'm
there.
sure it'll be nasty again. So.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So the last story is this woman can apparently smell Parkinson's disease on a person even before they're diagnosed. She can smell them. She can smell it. Thank you for the sound effect, because I'm busy.
Yes.
Joy Milne never thought her sense of smell could one day change the way Parkinson's disease is diagnosed. The 69-year-old retired nurse from Perth, Scotland, has now guided scientists to an incredible breakthrough in early detection of the disease, which experts hope will ultimately help develop treatments to stop it in its early stages. This revolutionary discovery is made all the more mind-blowing by the fact that it all began with Milne noticing a change in the way her husband Les smelled. He worked as a consultant before he was diagnosed with Parkinson's at the age of 45. He died 2 decades later in June 2014 at the age of 65. However, Milne's super sense of smell picked up on a change in her husband's body odor 6 years before he was actually diagnosed. I was expecting someone to say something. Anyone?
P.U.?
Well, Ryan said, now that's a sniffer.
You sure she just doesn't see him shaking?
Smells a little coffee.
That's a good one, yeah. You look a little nervous there. You might have Parkinson's.
Are you sure you're okay?
Like, oh man. You know, Michael J. Fox, doesn't he have Parkinson's?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I've always thought, like, I bet he can't hold babies. Because he would, like...
he's thought
shaking
about
baby
this.
syndrome.
Yeah, he would give them shaking baby syndrome, right?
Yeah. This is something you
Tell you what, man, if you need your coffee stirred or something,
that's terrible.
Pros and cons of
Yeah,
Parkinson's.
pros and
You can't hold a baby, but you can shake someone's coffee up.
Like, all of his cocktails are shaking, not stirred.
Yep.
Never very good at juggling.
That's terrible. So
his handwriting's always a little shaky.
It's good he can write his own prescriptions. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, he doesn't have to have much effort rubbing one out, though.
Ew, gross.
Good one.
Gross.
Girls like him too.
Yeah, Marcus said he'd make a killer milkshake.
He'd be down there like...
Even behind the bar. We're terrible. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is a bad time. We're doing all this right now. So she said his smell changed and it seemed difficult to describe. It wasn't all of a sudden. It was very subtle. I got an occasional smell. Although she didn't think much of it at the time, she realized that it could be linked to the progressive nervous system disorder after joining the charity Parkinson's UK and encountering others with the same distinct odor.
It could have just been gas from the
I
shepherd's
guess,
pie
right?
she made too.
Right, like, you know, lady, are you sure it's not on? This isn't on you. Intrigued by the distinct odor she was picking up on, she mentioned her discovery to scientists at a talk who were immediately hooked to the idea that Parkinson's disease could potentially produce a signature smell. Wanting to explore the possibility, Edinburgh University decided to test her. She turned out to be unbelievably accurate. Dr. Tilo Kanath, I don't know,
Whatever. Yeah.
decided to test... I'm just saying, like...
Just like whatever at this point. Yeah.
I'm trying,
We never
okay?
get the names right or the places or whatever.
That's
I'm
part
trying,
of crazy
okay?
news,
We are
though.
not. We do not pride ourselves on accuracy on this show.
Like, I can't say I'm doing all this right, okay?
We report the facts to the best of our ability,
Yes.
folks.
If something's
Yes.
hard to pronounce,
We're not
I'm
professionals
sorry.
at all. No.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll surprise myself and it'll be 100% right, but most of the time it's
Yeah.
not, okay?
Most of the time it's not.
Most of the time it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's crazy news.
That's what makes it a little crazier.
That's it.
So this doctor is a Parkinson's UK fellow at the School of Biological Sciences, who was one of the first to talk with her. The first time we tested Joy, we recruited 6 people with Parkinson's and 6 without. We had them wear a t-shirt for the day, then retrieve the t-shirts, bag them, and coded them.
Oh, wow.
This was like a really, like, a test. Like, I would have failed this test. Like, this is a test that I would be like, oh, God, how do you study for this test?
Yeah.
There's no way. So, it's like, I would have failed 100%.
Yeah.
It's just smelling things.
I don't have this power.
This shirt smells clean. This one smells like
Ooh, this one smells weird. That one has
Like, that's
Parkinson's.
got This motherfucker using Downy, right?
Like,
or something.
ooh, this one's not washing her clothes at all. Her job was to tell us who had Parkinson's, obviously, and who didn't.
Okay.
Her accuracy was 11 out of 12.
Well, you
That's
think,
pretty good.
If you think about it, she probably went for all the clean clothes because when you need to agitate them, so they wash them by hand.
He's got his own wash cycle. Washing by hand.
They wash them by hand.
Yeah, you can tell which ones were washed by hand.
Yes, we're all going to hell. I read that comment, Marcus. Yes, we're all going to
Ryan
hell.
said Jay laughing my ass off.
And then him and Sarah are being cute in the
Yeah.
comments, you know. So I was gonna say something afterwards, but
Are we going to hell, Ashley?
we're all going to hell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was just for entertainment value.
No, we're all going to hell
just
too.
for
entertainment.
It's for entertainment, and it's also
It's
we're
for
going
real,
to hell.
son.
So you're telling me my moral compass is all fucked up, is what you're saying?
More than likely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
man.
sorry.
Damn.
Sorry to tell you like that, but it is what it is. So she got 11 out of 12. She got the 6 Parkinson's, but then she was adamant one of the control subjects had Parkinson's. But he was in our control group, so he didn't have Parkinson's. So she was sure of it. She was like, this motherfucker's a liar. So that's not what she said, though.
Liar.
I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if she was that adamant. It said she was adamant, so I'm assuming she was like, that motherfucker's a liar. So, but 8 months later, he informed me that he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's. So, she was right.
That's crazy.
So, fuck them. She was still right.
Yeah.
And you know what she said? What every woman says? I told you so.
Basically,
Yeah.
I told you so.
Why didn't you listen to me?
Why didn't
You're
you listen
stupid.
to me? That's a follow-up line.
Ryan said, let her smell some other diseases. Cancer
what-
sniffer,
Right, see,
HIV smell.
I mean, just see
Can
what
you
she
smell
can come
someone's
up with.
migraine when you're around
Can
her?
you tell me if I have
Do you fart
herpes?
and say I smell popcorn?
Colonoscopies?
Can you tell me if I have herpes?
Can you smell what the rock's cooking?
Right,
I don't
can
know.
you smell it? That was good. That was good. Look at you.
Good
Now,
job,
now
good
is it
job.
like a scratch and sniff situation?
She can just smell it on him, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they took shirts from the people who wore them, so I guess it's like I don't know. I guess it's just that type of thing. It just kind of wears
Yeah.
on. So there's not much. I mean, there's other stuff they talk about, but basically it's the same stuff over and over. So
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna read it.
That's
all.
fine. Well, thank you for crazy news.
You're welcome for crazy
Yeah.
news. I'm
Yeah.
gonna applaud myself.
That stuff was crazy.
We're
So
gonna go on break.
crazy.
When we get back, we're gonna talk about Joey Chestnut achieving his lifelong dream.
Oh yeah.
By breaking the Big Mac record. We'll explain what that is.
Yeah.
Story makes
Then
me want a Big
we'll be
Mac.
playing with some balls with Jay
There's
Val.
some balls.
Yeah.
If you guys
If you guys
have
or
not
girls.
already entered to win the signed drum head, all you have to do is comment Korn.
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 Not cream corn,
Yep.
Ryan.
Like the band, Korn.
Yeah.
Comment it in any of our social medias, and you'll be entered to win this drum head sent by Ray Luzier himself.
Yeah.
Also,
The keyword was?
Korn. And if you can copy and paste the fundraiser again, I'm fundraising for Rebel for a Change, which is
I did
Aspen Luzier's program. And
Marcus
if
and
you
Ryan.
donate just a minimum of $10, you will be entered in a contest to win signed autographed drumsticks from Ray
Yay.
Luzier. Also,
You'll feel like a good human being.
and you
You'll
know,
feel good.
if you comment Korn and you donate $10, you can win both. Who knows?
Who knows?
and
so-
feel even better
yes.
about yourself.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Look at that.
Damn you, Ryan!
And Marcus.
I am not accepting that. And Marcus,
And Marcus.
damn you both.
What is wrong with you?
And you're not spelling corn correctly.
Jeez.
Spelling counts.
They're messing with him. They're for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
You made it
messing with
perfectly
him.
clear. Spelling counts.
Spelling counts.
Don't
okay?
spell it
Marcus
with an
went
E.
to high school with the guitarist, he said.
That's cool. Corn on the cock. What does that mean? What? Corn on the
Jesus.
cock.
Hey,
On the
Marcus,
cock. Like,
we'll
I don't
talk
understand.
later. I'm curious which one you know.
He's curious about the corn on the cock thing too. He wants
Yeah.
to ask about that. He wants to slide
Anyways,
that in
guys,
there.
we're going on break. See you in a few. Make sure you follow us on the social medias, Facebook,
my own jokes.
Instagram, Twitter. You could always check us out on theepicradioshow.com.
You can go to
Buy some
Pornhub,
merch.
too. Check us out there too.
What's the price on
Cornhub?
those
Is that
T-shirts?
what you
I said
$12.
Corn Hub. That's good. That's friggin' good, man.
Corn Hub.
Bam, right there, man.
Yeah.
call back.
Bam.
Like from like
All right,
5
guys.
seconds ago.
Yeah,
Hey, how much are the T-shirts? We get T-shirts on sale?
we do.
How much are those?
I don't know.
Ashley, help us out and save the day. Do we have T-shirts on sale,
I
Ashley?
believe they're
don't,
$12.50.
Are they?
I believe they are.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna agree.
$12.50 is a
I would-
great price for a T-shirt.
They are when other podcasts out there are charging like $30 for their t-shirts.
That's insane.
That's nuts.
It's being honest. Like
That's bananas.
you buy anything from Joe Rogan's
Right.
podcast, you're spending $30-$40 for any of it.
You know what?
You go look at Rover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy any of their stuff,
They're like
30, 40,
That's
50
crazy.
bucks.
You know, that's crazy. You know what
get
I like
ours-
about our
go ahead.
T-shirts?
Hey,
You know what I
I
like
got
about
an idea for
What's that?
a new shirt though later.
What's that?
That's
Okay.
good.
I'll talk
No,
about
tell us now.
Well, okay, so like
Tell us that.
I like shirts.
Tell us more.
Okay, so like you might think it sounds stupid, but you know how we got the emblem with the radio signal?
Yes.
Is that in the center?
Yes.
Yeah, is there any way we can make that like go out into like a bullseye? thing?
Why?
I mean, not like that.
Because it's an
but,
idea.
Like,
That's what he had. It
like
was an
more like to put more logo on the shirt. I don't know. I'll show you, man, what I'm talking
He'll
about.
show
Not like
ya.
a bullseye, but
So
kinda
you had a
like
target.
it's just an idea.
A
man.
radio signal. Concentric
Yeah,
waves.
Is it for Kevin Spacey to have a better way to
Exactly.
Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey, here I am.
Yeah, it's like paint a target on our
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what I like about the shirts is that you have the logo and then there's like all the T-shirt. There's just a lot of T-shirt space, man. But just the logo is not.
Yeah.
It's not like all over the T-shirt. So you get for your $12.50, you get a lot of T-shirt. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I
And
can
stuff.
agree with that.
Yes.
It's a good deal.
Mhm.
It is.
So
Anybody that's bought our merch has never said anything bad about it.
right,
Yeah.
and
I
they
mean,
wear it.
The company that does this for us, Printful, they make really great quality items, and I would not put anything
Yeah,
out
it's
that
good.
yeah
The t-shirts are
yeah.
nice, man.
I mean there a lot of t-shirts that I get even from like Walmart or wherever.
Yeah.
They're really like I don't know how to like they're stiff. You know what I mean? These kind of like are form fitting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're soft.
Yeah.
Soft.
And they, like seriously,
They're
and
roomy as shit.
they are.
Yep.
And they're only
For sure.
$12.50.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
you're
can't buy a
suppo- and you're
T-shirt at Walmart for
supporting us.
$12.50.
So why wouldn't you want to support us?
Yeah, you can't buy a T-shirt at Walmart for $12.50. And if you did, it's got all this stuff all over it. You know.
All the stuff you don't want.
Right, right. You don't need all that stuff. Just look,
Oh.
it's simple. It's a little epic radio show, and then it's all T-shirt.
Yeah, maybe we should do that too.
What's
Sarah said I love the merch. About time for some spring wear.
Oh, like
Yeah,
thongs.
maybe
Like
yeah,
thongs.
thongs.
Thongs,
Yeah, 'cause
thongs,
that's-
thongs.
T-bars and
That's-
thongs,
yeah.
man. T-bars and thongs. We could just abbreviate it, though. You know, we have no room for the whole name. Just put the EP.
Yeah,
ER
we
as.
can
Yeah.
use the bullseye idea for the thong.
You're
Up to
He's
that.
on the bullseye.
Yeah, Yep. Anyways, guys, we'll be back after this.
You're listening to The Epic Radio Show, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play, and take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Attention small business owners. Are you trying to reach thousands of engaging customers, but radio and television ads are out of your budget? Advertise with us here at Brain Baby Media. We offer low monthly payments with no contracts, no hassle, and you can cancel anytime. But why would you? With our ads on multiple platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, your brand will reach new heights, and guess what? It's a business expense. That means you can write it off at the end of the year. So contact Epic today at theepicradioshow.com and make your business epic.
Hey ladies, if you're looking for premium makeup at a price that can't be beat, hit up Glitz and Glitter by Goldie. Glitz and Glitter by Goldie has everything you need to enhance your beauty without breaking the bank. Go to uniqueproducts.com/GoldieAlphaHell today and take advantage of the savings. Right now, there's a new beauty box for only $99, so what are you waiting for? Get to Glitz and Glitter by Goldie today at Unique, that's YOUNIQUE products.com/GoldieAlphaHell.
Want to feel like you're part of the show? Get your official The Epic Radio Show merch right now. We have unisex tees, hoodies, mugs, winter hats, baby onesies, and much more. Check it out at www.etsy.com/shop/The Epic Radio Show. Official unisex tees are only $12 and get free shipping on orders over $35. Yup, that's right, you heard me. That's free shipping on orders over $35. The holidays are over, but you can still treat yourself to some great official merch for The Epic Radio Show. So hurry now to the site and get some epic gear for the new year and make 2020 epic.
We're back.
Yeah,
Yay.
still nobody's put on that code word yet.
I'm sure
Corn.
if my mom were still
Keyword.
in, she would.
Corn.
She would do it.
Corn.
Keyword corn.
Yes.
And
Anyways,
my brother will listen. So
there's a few comments here.
there's quite a few comments
So
here.
I'm thinking this is a callback to Jay talking about the thong and the bullseye. Ryan said, "I dig it, Sarah." And then Sarah said, negative, laugh my ass off. And then he's like, "Hi, baby, how's it going?" And then she said, "Sitting at the doctor's office playing the waiting game." Marcus said, "A used epic thong and epic shirt worn by all on the show. For
Woo!
Two for 1926 today only."
Yeah.
Ryan said, "Were you in here for the medical sniffer? It's a great show today for sure. Had a lot of laughs."
Oh, look, Sarah's in it.
And then Marcus said, "Get sniffed by a pro sniffer and promise bracelet, two for $20.
Woo!
Cha-ching,
Ryan said,
cha-ching.
"Deal of the day."
Of course.
Heck yeah.
She said she
Oh,
caught
man.
the tail end of the medical sniffer.
Michelle
and
said
Michelle
corn.
said corn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay! Thanks, Michelle. She's like, God damn.
Marcus, get tickled by a homeless person and use Browns tickets, 2
What?
for $22.
What does that
Bums
mean?
ain't
Browns
cheap.
tickets.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Used Browns? Used in what way?
We can leave that to your imagination.
toilet
Angela.
paper, I guess?
I don't know.
Just
That's gross.
imagine
That's gross.
the things you could do with used.
They used to-
Browns
Hey,
tickets.
so I guess they'd be Super Bowl
Ew.
tickets then.
Ew,
Wipe your ass with
that's
that.
nasty. That's gross. I don't like that.
Jeez. Okay.
All right.
So,
Topic.
Huh?
Topic.
All right.
There's a topic.
Oh,
Yes.
there's a topic.
There's
Yeah.
a topic somewhere in here.
Joey Chestnut
Oh, this nut.
Yeah,
eats
that's not.
32 Big Macs in one sitting, breaks world record. The McDonald's meal costs more than $127 and contained more than 18,000 calories.
Yeah, it's a lot of calories, homie.
Yes.
Sure.
Chestnut 36 set a world record by eating 32 McDonald's Big Macs in one sitting. Feat took him about 38 minutes to complete. The previous world record was 30 Big Macs.
So he apparently,
According to Chestnut.
according to this guy,
Because
he
it's
broke
like,
the record.
who's doing this goddamn journalism? Like, they're taking his word for it?
According to him, he broke the record. So we're
Like,
just
it's
gonna
not
go with
according
it.
to Guinness or
Yeah.
some shit.
Let's
According
take
to Chestnut, the record was 30 Big Macs.
First of all, the dude has a name that a horse would be named after.
Chestnut.
Joey?
Chestnut.
Joey?
Joey's a horseman? I thought that was a kangaroo's name, man.
I don't know. And then, you know, like, it's like a lifelong dream for this
Why
loser.
is this a lifelong dream? Why are you?
Dude, get
I
some
mean,
real
listen,
he's
goals in
quoted
life,
saying-
please.
I
Yes.
love Big Macs too, man, but not like that.
But he was quoted saying, I remember being a little kid and they would sell 2 Big Macs for $4, and me and my grandpa would get 4 of them. Chestnut wrote on YouTube.
A piece?
He said, I'd end up eating 3, and this is bringing me back to being a kid.
This is weird.
Like,
why
Bro,
are you like this?
Yeah, that's 3, not 32.
Like,
yeah.
This 32 Big Macs bring me back to my childhood.
He
Like,
needs help
what?
with
But
his,
he-
he needs help with his goal setting is what
Yeah.
it is.
Well, he does this for a living because he's known as a longtime star of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
He's won that event 12 times.
Right.
Holy cow.
And is considered one of the most prolific competitive eaters in history.
the
Right.
comments are funny.
Yes.
How do you do that?
Ryan
great.
said trying to stick to my 200,000 calorie diet. Then Marcus
Yeah.
said, once you win, then what? Everybody leaves and you're sitting there like a dipshit.
On the toilet.
You're just sitting there like,
That he's going to the Super Bowl.
for sure.
Imagine his bathroom time, though. I mean, it's not like you
Yeah,
have
he
just a
needs-
normal
needs a woman,
amount.
for
You
sure.
need
Like,
to,
and
you
the-
need to
and
have
the
like
thing-
you can make an
And the thing
appointment
is,
for the
he's
bathroom
not like
for this one.
1,000 pounds. Like, he looks like a normal guy.
Yeah, that's what I don't
Like, how does he
how does
do
he not gain weight?
Laxatives.
Has to be.
Laxatives.
Has to
Because
be.
he runs to the bathroom and sticks his finger down his throat.
He's been
after.
single for too long.
Throat
His
I don't
throat-
think he has
his
to at
finger
that
down
or his
point.
ass.
Yeah, both.
I don't think he even has to.
Which
'cause after,
bowl?
like,
But which
after
one's going
after
first?
10 Big Macs, it just comes right out. And
Uh,
Ryan said, it's the mac sauce.
It's the secret sauce.
I want a Big
Marcus-
Mac now, though.
Marcus said he needs
Me
a
too.
woman.
It's a marketing ploy.
He's been
yes.
single too long.
No.
Sarah said, Ryan Hufford, I think you can take him. That's funny.
And then Sarah said, Ryan Huffer ordering the t-shirts today. What size you want?
Today. And Michelle
Nice.
said, imagine how many
Yes.
times he has to empty his colon bag.
I
Jesus.
know, because after that, like, your colon's probably pissed off at you. Like,
You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, why
Fuck
are you
you.
doing this to us?
I hate you.
Man. That and his belt.
Just organs yelling at him all at once. Stop, please. We're gonna die.
He immediately died after eating competition.
Choked on a pickle.
No, he did. That mac sauce was just a little too powerful. But no, I don't like this. This is
Yes.
this is gross. This is gross.
Nasty,
Ryan
yeah.
said I did 3 4-pound burritos in 14 minutes. I've done some competitive eating. Just saying. Oh God. Ooh.
You know, I could probably competitively
12 pounds
eat.
of burrito?
I probably could too.
I could do wings.
I could do
For
pizza.
sure.
I mean, shit, we just
Pisha?
about ate 36
Pizza, yeah.
of them yesterday.
Yeah, we did. We smashed
Some
some wings.
pisha.
We smashed
Is
some
that competitive,
wings.
though? You think that's enough to be competitive?
Yeah,
No,
diabetes.
We probably have to eat.
That's
like,
what
I would think
wasn't
with
that
wings,
a joke?
you
Yeah.
have to do in the hundreds. I would
Tommy.
think.
yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't that a thing? We were
What?
talking about like
Probably talking about like a
we
mountain. of
talked
wings.
about the 32 Big Macs, and then I was like, well, what did he what did he get afterwards? Diabetes. That's what Marcus said. Old man voice. If you have diabetes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
God. Oh
And
God.
it's funny because, you know, we're about to be playing with some balls in a minute,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
time.
I made sure the story was right before that because it was competitive eating.
It was competitive in some way.
I
Very
figured
smart.
out it's kind of
It's
sports-like,
a
right?
lead-in.
You're a smart guy.
He's eating for
Lead in.
sport, right?
He's
Yeah.
eating for
He
sport
is.
because like literally no one else gives a shit. So his own this is his own like. I guess this is where he's aspiring to in his life. So
Yeah,
this
that
is cool.
sounds about it.
This is
Oh,
cool.
man.
Marcus said ribs.
Yeah.
Get me in a rib or wing contest.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wings, man.
Yeah.
They come
for
off
sure.
easy, you know?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
You can have some good wings, man.
Eating and eat 10 pounds at once
See, that
and
sounds
sitting is
good.
hard.
Wings,
Yeah.
I know.
Wings.
I'll
and
eat
the
some
bread
I'll
and
eat
burgers
wings every day.
and
Yeah.
hot dogs, that fills you up. And
It's
then
the
you're
bread.
trying to drink stuff to like get it down, and it just fills you up more.
Yeah,
so
the bread.
Yeah.
I could not competitive eat because I eat slow.
Yep.
That's the only problem with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Slow.
All right, so we're gonna be playing with some balls. So let me do the intro
Right
real
here
quick.
in front of
Yes.
everybody.
Right here
Yes.
in the studio.
Oh, this.
So give us 1 second because
Fix it from
last week was
Mississippi.
I was absent from school.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
There we go.
Man, what a week, man, huh?
No, right?
There we go. We're good.
It's just not a regular week. It's like
All right, so what do you got for us, Jay?
All right, what's up, guys? All right, so I'm gonna do this a little different this time. So I'm gonna run through some scores and stuff like that, and some recaps, and then like some of the stories you guys can comment. You guys can comment whatever, and we'll get to them. But the questions and stuff. So, anyways, with the NHL, real quick, I'll go over the Blue Jackets. They just played the Oilers. It's crazy. Real quick, I went to get the recap, and I forgot they were like, down playing in Houston, or wait, where were they at? No, where were they at? Playing yesterday? They were playing the Oilers, so they were playing.
there are no Oilers, are there anymore?
No, not that's what I meant. Yeah, it wasn't Houston Oilers. It was
Texas,
Edmonton.
The Edmonton Oilers.
I don't know, dude.
Can we mulligan?
Stop fucking him up.
You're messing me
it's-
up, man.
shut up.
Yeah, it's hockey, bro. Anyways.
Oh, Marcus said, "Look at that hair on point. No cowboy hat hair."
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I try to get my hair. All right, now we're off subject. All right. Anyways, thanks for the compliment, though, brother. Anyways, the Blue Jackets, they lost 4-1. They play the Canucks today at 10 p.m. If you guys want to catch the Blue Jackets hockey. Major League Baseball, real quick. I'll go through this. The Indians pitcher, or not pitcher, but outfielder Oscar Mercado is out with a wrist sprain. They lost to the Cubs yesterday, 8-5, and they play the Rockies today at 4:10 p.m. 4:10 p.m. today. So if you guys want to catch spring training, I don't know how many of you guys are catching spring training games, but they've been having like injuries all over the place though. The Indians.
It's a bad year for that already.
Yeah, already.
I mean, the season hasn't
Especially
even
with
started,
pitching, yeah.
and like, they're
just
going through a ton of injuries.
Yeah, Shane Bieber is actually going to be the opening day pitcher though already. They already announced that. So
yeah.
But anyways, moving on to the NBA. So there's a subject you guys can actually comment on. The NBA right now, the coronavirus. You guys know it's been spreading and stuff in the United States, and the NBA actually sent out a memo was sent out to the teams that they were thinking about playing without fans. And LeBron actually said he won't play with no fans in the stands. So I mean,
that was like a lot of rhyming right there.
Yeah, I know, man.
Kudos to you.
Thanks. I didn't mean to. Anyways, it just like happened that way, I guess.
Yep.
But anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, as far as because LeBron, I feel what he's saying. He feels it's for the fans, but you still have to go on with the season. I mean, even if that was to happen, you're still gonna have to play to figure out playoff seeding and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I mean,
but
I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
You want the spectators in the
I
seats.
see both sides because on one side you're like, well, if we're bringing a lot of people together,
yeah,
the chances of spreading this infection are high.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, I mean, I don't know. It's tricky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're moving on with the Olympics. They're going to still do that.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know. I get where he's coming from, but I don't know.
I think with the Olympics, you might see something change though between now and then.
Yeah, with everything happening. But anyways, moving on to the Cavs, real quick. So Colin Sexton, I've been talking about this kid a lot.
Good stuff there.
Yeah, because this kid just dropped 41 points, which is a career high. But he's showing that like we actually have like a cornerstone piece for the franchise.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that.
So, and then the Andre Drummond trade was awesome. I think the Cavs, like, they keep drafting and they keep some of these key pieces they got, like Larry Nance Jr. That dude's a beast, too. And then
Yes, he
Tristan
is.
Thompson is even happy with coming off the bench now. And, like, Tristan Thompson coming off the bench is excellent, actually, because He's a start. He is a starting caliber player. So him coming off the bench is kind of like will help our second unit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he's more of a bench player, and that's where he should be.
Well,
maybe
no.
now.
He I'm saying like
He's had a good season though. We can't take that away.
As far as being like a sixth man type, that probably role would fit him best. But he has that experience of being a starting player.
He is experienced.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so the Cavs actually won against the Nuggets last night. Which if you guys seen that game, it was pretty sweet. Me and Epic were bouncing back from watching the Cavs and then watching UFC last night.
Well, and that Duke
and
Carolina game
too. Yeah. So a lot of good stuff was on TV yesterday. A lot of good sports. But anyways, the Cavs. And then the next game for the Cavs today is Spurs at Cavs at 7:30 p.m. today. So if you guys want to catch the Cavs game, that's 7:30 p.m. today. Anyways, next up, Ohio State. So everyone knows March Madness is starting soon. Ohio State actually, they're ranked number 19. So last we had them ranked at, I believe, 23. They beat Michigan, which Michigan was ranked 19, and they took that slot over. They beat Michigan 77-63, then beat Illinois 71-63, and they play number 16 Michigan State today at 4:30 p.m. So if they can beat Michigan State today, that's going to be a huge game for them guys today.
Ryan said I dropped 41 pounds. I guess I'm assuming weight wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Marcus said, bro, that comeback by Brooklyn last week was sick.
Oh yeah. And they don't have their star players either. Like they're Kevin Durant, they don't have Kyrie. But Brooklyn was talented last year before they even got KD or Kyrie. So Brooklyn's going to be a good team next year when,
I think too.
When Kyrie and KD come back, as long as they can play together.
Also Marcus said Tristan lost a lot of weight.
Who, Tristan Thompson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. He's looking a lot slimmer.
Michelle said Double T gets paid too much for a bench player.
Yeah, I know that, but that contract was
He's up this year, isn't he? Was that the whole thing? He could go.
He might be. Yeah,
He's up this
I'd
year.
have to check into that. But anyways, I'm gonna talk real quick before the NFL. I want to talk some UFC and boxing news real quick. They're kind of linked together. Some of it. Anyways, UFC 249 presser was on the other day, and Khabib, I don't know if anyone watched that, but Khabib and Tony Ferguson's coming up. Things got a little heated. Khabib, so I can't wait for UFC 249, man, because Khabib versus Ferguson's gonna be a pretty good matchup, man. Khabib actually knocked Ferguson's title off the podium and stuff. It was funny, man. But I like when the pressers get heated like that. But anyways, UFC 248 was last night. Me and Epic watched some of it last night, and then I recapped the rest this morning. But that was some pretty good fights yesterday, man. But anyways, Israel beat out Romero and retains his title with a unanimous decision. And then Epic, remember we were talking about the Zhang chick, right?
Yeah.
She's a beast, man. But anyways, I thought she was gonna knock the Joanna out, but actually, dude, they went to a split decision.
Oh wow!
So yeah, they went through the whole fight, but Zhang actually keeps her title because of a split decision. So,
okay.
Yeah, so she keeps.
So
her,
she did win.
She won,
yeah, but it was a close contest.
Yeah, it's a split decision. Yeah, but close contest. Yeah, but anyway, so that's UFC. But boxing, real quick. Linked to this. One thing is Wilder just activated his rematch clause for Tyson Fury. Now, I think this is the stupidest move he could have done. It doesn't look like a fight's gonna be set up. I do believe Fury's going to fight someone from Australia, but I think Deontay Wilder should actually go against Andy Ruiz Jr. before he fights Tyson Fury again. But I mean, the first two fights, man, we were talking about this last night. The first fight, the only way Wilder got that draw was because he knocked Tyson Fury down in the 11th or 12th round. Now, if he wouldn't have knocked him down, he would have Tyson Fury would have won that fight and got the title to begin with. So, and that last fight you seen, man, Tyson Fury just whooped Deontay Wilder's butt, man. So, but linking it with boxing though, I wanted to say, did you hear? Floyd Mayweather wants $6 million to fight either Khabib or rematch with McGregor in the ring. Yeah.
Wow.
600 million, man. Or I mean, 600 million.
Really?
600 million.
600 million.
Yeah.
To do what again?
To fight either Khabib or McGregor, 2 UFC fighters.
You'd have to have a guarantee of rounds, I think, with that. You can't get paid that.
McGregor went to, I believe, 11 rounds with him last time. So
yeah.
But and Khabib is, I mean, McGregor, I think, does want another fight like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are the 2 biggest names in UFC. So they're gonna definitely want to,
capitalize on the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
Marcus is commenting a lot.
I know.
That's why I think they're going to want to
you.
guarantee of
Yeah.
Well, you want to say some of these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're not ignoring you,
because all I got
Marcus.
left is football. That's it.
Let's see. Where does this start? I walked away for a couple minutes, and now I don't know where this all started. So I'm gonna go right from the beginning if I can find it.
In the beginning.
Let's see. They can't wait for the tribe. Woo woo woo.
Oh yeah, go tribe.
You sound like a choo-choo train, water boy. They need NBA logoed masks. And then Ryan said it was a plan for the fan in the stand.
When you were doing your rhyming.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Marcus, trademark logo Rodriguez NBA masks. You got a plan for Stan because he could stand on command. Then that's when Ryan says, I dropped 41 pounds. Marcus said,
good for you, man.
Yeah, good job. I wish
Good
I could
job.
lose 41 pounds. Mark, not that I really need to, but it's okay.
I was going to say,
Not that I need to, but that's a lot.
actually.
But Marcus
Yeah,
said,
wow.
bro, that comeback by Brooklyn last week was sick.
Oh, yeah,
Tristan
yeah.
lost.
We saw that.
a lot
I
of
did
weight.
say that stuff.
Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
which things you said because I was gone for a minute.
Oh, okay.
What else did you say? Because I don't know what you said.
Just up to OHIO. We
Okay.
come in. We never left bitches.
Dishes.
Yeah.
Bro,
next year they winning it all. I wanted to. Brian said I wanted to be a boxer at one time. I met some others who wanted to be boxers way more than me. When I woke up, I made a different decision.
When he woke up, he made a different.
Yeah.
Boxing, yeah.
Yes.
It looks. These fighters make it look so easy, but
Yeah.
And I just watched that Tyson documentary yesterday. Well, it's paused still. I gotta finish it, but
Marcus said he watched the Caro Margarito fight and a revenge.
who said that?
Marcus.
Hey, Marcus, what do you think about Lil Garcia, man? That dude's a monster. De La Hoya's little prospect, man. That kid is a monster.
4-3 will knock out Dante in the first round. If it go a third, exactly. Tyson reworked his fighting style, losing the shake fist style and got serious.
Yeah.
McGregor is the smartest choice for Mayweather.
Yeah, yeah, I agree that too. McGregor.
That will be worldwide. And he
Khabib's
said,
not gonna sell as big as McGregor.
I just talk. Sorry, LOL. We just. I don't want
You're
you to
good,
think
bro.
we're ignoring
I like
it.
I
That's
like
all.
the feedback.
It's a
That's
lot.
awesome. But yeah, definitely. McGregor is the bigger selling point with that fight. But anyways, on to the NFL real quick. I'll roll through some stuff. Not really much to go on. It's free. It's about to be free agency here soon, and then the draft coming up. But the Jets actually, Epic. We talked about this.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these players? The guy getting caught with all that weed, and then now Jets defensive tackle Quinnen Williams was arrested for trying to board a plane with a gun. Like, how stupid can you be? Like, to actually try to get on a plane with a weapon.
I mean, that's like plane etiquette 101.
Yeah, like,
no guns, no bombs, no razors.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez, I don't know. I don't understand these guys. They get all this money and they're stupid. I told Epic that some of these guys are lucky that they can play football because they sure didn't learn anything from school. But anyways, real quick, the Browns could trade for Trent Williams, which is an offensive tackle we desperately need with Washington, so we'll look out for that. Also, Jason Peters from the Eagles, who is an offensive tackle, came. He's going to be a free agent, so we can sign him. But I do still think the Browns should draft a lineman at number 10.
Sarah just commented, side note, I just ordered Epic t-shirts for me and Ryan Hufford. Gotta get off here. Y'all have an awesome day.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Sarah.
Yep.
But anyways, to finish this off with the Browns, there's some pieces they could sign. Hopefully, Jack Conklin, O-lineman. They definitely need the offensive line help. And the guys' noticeable names that you probably won't see back with the Browns next year is Rashard Higgins, Hollywood Higgins, which that's I want them to try to get something done with him. He's a good piece. Joe Schobert, I wish they really would retain him. And Demarius Randall had a down year last year, but the year before that when we first got him, he was a beast. So I mean, these are guys that they're just letting walk, but you know what I'm saying? We'll have to keep you updated on the Brown stuff. It's off season. So anyways, that's Playing with Balls. I love you guys. I love the fans, man. So
all right, thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
And that, oh wait, and Chris is
Chris is gone.
I'm back. By the way, guys, I was reading off my phone, so that just so you guys know. So
we would have never guessed
that.
Huh? We would have never guessed that.
I know, right?
It was
Jay, you know, Chris slides back into frame.
Chris did the smooth slide.
Like, I'm in here.
He's
now I'm
a
out.
smooth operator.
We're just getting going. We're gonna wrap this thing up. Look at that, man.
When I was younger, I thought it was smooth amaretto or some
Smooth
shit.
amaretto.
Smooth amaretto.
I
They
can see
probably
it.
had,
You know what I'm saying?
they probably had like a liquor commercial.
Maybe
Yeah,
it probably was. Yeah.
Smooth amaretto. That's funny.
Could have been.
Anyways, but thank you guys for joining us. I put the keyword in the corner of the screen for the last minute people.
Keyword
that
is
want,
corn.
to win your signed drum head from Ray Luzier from Korn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what the
forget
keyword is.
Don't forget to
Yes.
donate too to get those drumsticks.
Yes. Yeah, make sure you put that on there again.
These are personally signed. I mean,
These
it's
are
not
personally
like,
signed. This isn't
It's not like it's
something
sitting on a shelf somewhere.
This isn't something that's coming from like a factory. Like
What the fuck, Marcus?
this is literally
Yeah.
like coming
From
from
the
him
artist,
personally.
yeah.
I'm wondering.
These are drumsticks that he's used.
Yeah.
This is a drum head that he's used.
Yeah. Michelle, I'm wondering, Michelle Ann, if you're on there, maybe she can chime in and answer this. Michelle, do you think that Ray would actually take the time and say to so and so when we do the signature, or is that not going to be?
I'm sure it would be.
Michelle will chime in and see, because I'm going to guess he's going to do it to order. I would almost think it would be personalized.
Yeah, because the way
you.
me and Michelle talked about it is once the winner's picked,
right,
I'm going to notify the winner, get their info, and then it's going to go directly to Ray, and he's going to ship it directly himself.
Yeah. So it'll say.
So it'll say he'll know the name of the person.
So
and
it'll say,
everything.
"Dear cocksucker."
Yeah.
Dear
love,
you son of a
Ray
bitch.
Luzier.
Marcus, I hate you so much.
Yeah, he's just saying all kinds of shit.
Corn, porn.
Torn s'mores, more porn.
S'mores? Did
He
somebody
said
say
torn s'mores, more porn.
s'mores?
Yeah.
Let's should grab
He didn't even say the right word in that one.
s'mores.
Ryan's a great smooth operator. Playing in my head for the rest of the day. I listen to some other music to get it out.
Yeah.
But what?
Oh, look.
Corn?
He said it.
Hey, you said it. You
You
said
said
it. That counts.
You said it. You said it like
I don't care.
straight out.
So we got two people.
Yeah.
Michelle and Ryan.
Yep.
Michelle and Ryan.
So, yeah.
And if Marcus can, if the Puerto Rican
If
thing
Marcus,
works, he
you
can
know-
kind of like manage the Puerto Rican in him. He might be able to spell the word corn correctly, which is incorrectly spelled.
Well, for the drum head,
there it is.
it's going to be,
There it
we're
is.
going to draw that Tuesday.
Tuesday.
For the drumsticks,
It's 2 weeks.
it's 2 weeks.
So
Hopefully he'll still be in town for that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point he'll be able to do that. Yeah.
And if nothing else, we can have Epic sign the backside of it. And he'll write to the dear cocksucker on it.
Right,
What he'll
right,
do
right.
is.
Oh, there he goes. He
There
said
he
it.
goes.
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus is like, all right, I'll
Yeah.
participate. He's like, I'm in it.
And that's 3. See, they've got me counting already against you.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. You gotta keep up.
Ryan said, when show's over, I'll corn the other platform. Marcus said, I'm corny.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's okay.
Pun intended.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, so I guess Michelle was saying that the drum head will also come with the sticks.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
there's going to be 2 sets.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So I didn't know
Yay.
that. That's actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you're getting not just the drum head, but you're getting a pair of sticks
Awesome.
with that. And if you donate, so you could,
It's a lot of
pretty
stuff
cool.
going
Yeah,
on
there's a
right
lot
now.
of stuff.
This is too
Dominate.
much.
You
Too
can
much.
dominate, is what we're saying.
And
the corn
they're-
merchandise, personalized
And you know-
merchandise platform.
Silly.
For the day.
And then Marcus said, me so corny.
Me so corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 sets. Yep. Podcast pair and birthday pair. Yep.
You live you long.
Awesome.
You live you long time. He's so silly.
I know, he's so silly. But I love Marcus. That's awesome. Yes, I didn't know
Yay,
that.
we
That
didn't
was
know.
just
Thank you, Michelle.
breaking news. Yes.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
That's why you should watch the Epic Radio Show.
You never know what's gonna
Never know
happen.
when we're gonna have breaking news.
Yeah.
Like that.
This just in.
Yeah, speaking of breaking news.
Uh-oh. Here
No,
we go.
no.
What's
Before
going on?
we go, I wanna talk about this. We were at a bar yesterday, right?
Oh.
For my birthday. He got wings or whatever. And we were talking to this guy named Red. And Jay had mentioned we were talking about the coronavirus a little bit and talking about how China was building these hospitals so quickly.
In 2 weeks, right?
And he said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if any of them collapsed.
I basically
go ahead.
Yeah, I
You say it.
basically said that I was like, their shit's probably gonna like crumble because China's infrastructure is garbage, anyways.
Yeah.
Like the way they build stuff, they build it cheap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like how
It's
we
quick,
make,
but it's
quick,
cheap.
but it's cheap.
And then right after,
Yeah.
he showed a headline where one of the hospitals collapsed and killed like 70
people.
So
yeah.
Jay might be like a psychic
It
almost?
kills more people than the coronavirus has
No,
killed, actually.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said that. I'm like, you go there to get treated for the coronavirus, but you die from the building falling on you.
More people killed in
Yeah.
building collapse than by coronavirus.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
yeah,
But
that
thank
was just
you
crazy.
guys
Thanks,
so much for
everybody.
joining us. Like I said, you guys are going to...
Thank you, Aspen, for...
Yes, thanks,
thank you so
Aspen.
much.
That's awesome. Actually, you know, it's funny too. Ryan's in the chat, but he's actually our guest next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if you
If
remembered that,
Ryan?
but you're our guest next week. We're going to talk about his company, Purple Tomato,
It's a purple tomato.
and we're going to talk about the
That's
upcoming web series we're working on together,
Yep.
Nice.
and just a bunch of stuff.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Ryan's
Yes.
going to be giving away autographed drumsticks also, I think, right? You're
No,
prepared for that.
no, he's giving away his autographed boxing gloves. He doesn't.
Yeah,
need.
he doesn't need them anymore.
Yes. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, you can find us on basically anything that you have.
Anything,
Apple
anywhere.
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We're on
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio, Pandora,
Amazon Fire Stick.
Amazon Fire Stick.
You know what? If you
In the
can't
back
find
alley.
If you
us,
can't find us,
you're
there's something wrong.
stupid.
Yes,
Don't-
honestly.
Just
yes.
GPS,
Yeah,
you
just
know,
kill
find our
yourself.
house, whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Because you're too dumb.
You're too dumb.
And then we
Chris.
probably don't want you listening to us at that point anyway.
Yeah.
Really. Because you'd probably say something stupid.
Yeah, probably.
That would offend us.
Yeah, it would
And,
offend all stupid people too. Because
you can't
normal
offend-
stupid people could probably find our show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Normal stupid. Your relative average ordinary
The,
stupid.
Yes.
the highbrow ignorant people.
The highbrow
They're not
stupid.
stupid, they're the ignorant ones.
It's,
Yeah.
you know?
it's so easy that Chastity can even do it.
Oh no.
Why would you say?
Oh, sorry.
No, it-
We're not going to get into a
We're not
backstory
getting
on
that.
that.
Yeah.
so-
That's the backstory, huh?
Nope.
Oh Jesus.
Nope. We're not getting into that.
No, that's just It's
Retarded.
Ryan says, "Don't be stupid. Find the show."
Find
Yes.
the show.
That should be the
Anyways.
catchphrase right there, Ryan.
Yes.
That's the catchphrase.
Anyways, we'll catch you guys next
Leave the
week.
stupid to us.
Thank you guys. And as always, make life epic.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many steaks nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Go! That's my only real motivation is not to be hassled. Not in fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office! Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's all, folks.